So I learned some amazing Japanese today.
Oh no!
Yes.
I can already. I can tell by the tone of your voice. I can
So
tell. Oh no.
so they shorthand a lot of things.
They sure do.
One of the ways to say please normally is onegaishimasu.
Yes.
There is a very shorthand way of saying it, which is just shus.
No, it's not. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
So you could say thank you by going shush.
Yep.
I think we got to be thanking Newmar a lot then.
Anytime we talk about the shusi, where people literally speaking Japanese are like, why are they saying he's so weird? Doesn't sound right at all. Yeah.
There's a whole extra syllable there. What's that for?
What the fuck is that? They have some weird accent? Like, what the?
Also, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, hello. So I did things at work today, which included a lot of coding, and I am so ready to just sit back and watch pixels on a screen. I don't know about you.
A very fucking powerful state of being, Daniel Bandicoot.
So I had to read through 4,000 lines of code today.
Why?
Because there's a lot of changes being made, and I was helping with the review process. We were all like reviewing each other's code. I was unkind though, and may have pushed a change that was 3,000 lines in and of itself, and then I kind of had to review like everyone else's 4,000 total. My team lead might have said, "Can you maybe chill?" Like.
Do you think you can maybe fucking not?
Oh god, it was necessary, but oof.
Yeah, Newmar, guess what? The shorthand for saying thank you or please in Japanese is going shus. Speed running, my friends hating me as quickly as possible in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Alright, I'm gonna have that thing up on the side. And was this? Oh god, this was the 1999 version. Hold on, I need to throw it. Yeah, it still kills me. Dude's got some like the sickest fucking abs.
He does not. Those are not abs, Dandy. That's his spine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dandy, that's his spine.
No, those are abs. Definitely abs.
Beyond the pillars expose an ancient blasphemy. Having devoured Zephon's soul, you may now gain entrance where your path was formerly blocked.
Right.
Alright, walk through. I'm just pulling it up just in case we need it.
Dandy, don't feel bad. When I played this game on the PlayStation originally, I needed a fucking walkthrough.
Let's see. Did we do Silence Cathedral?
That's where we just were.
Okay, so we're going to Stefan's lair.
Zephon's lair, yeah. Not Stefan's lair. I'm not even gonna bother teleporting out.
Alright, where's Stefan's lair? There's a Silence Cathedral. Oh, wait. We just beat Zephon at the end of the cathedral, didn't we?
Yes. We beat the Silence Cathedral.
Okay, so Silence Cathedral. So we have to go to the Tomb of the Sarafan?
Sarafan.
Is that the next? Yeah,
Maybe?
Saran wrap. Also, I decided I'm having some nice stuff for dinner. I got some PB&J here. I got my cup of ranch dip. Tastes delicious, dude.
You're still on about PB and ranch, huh?
Yup. Adds a little bit of extra moistness to the sandwich that it really
Don't
needs.
say moist, you fucking nonce. Jesus Christ. Oxygen is wasted on you, you swine.
I'm sorry, PB Red. Oh, no, it's Chad. It's delicious. You should try it sometime. It's amazing.
Don't listen to streamers. Just don't. Don't do it.
Also, I'm absolutely screwing with everyone. I am having PB&J, but not with ranch. That's disgusting. What the fuck? It's something Azzy said earlier. It's like, I came up with the grossest combination of things. It was like, bet. And he said PB&J with ranch. I'm like, you know what? You know what?
Yeah,
You may have done it, dude.
Cranch.
Also, yesterday, I was so upset. I was so mad. Okay, so I was at work yesterday. I didn't have time to pack my lunch, so I just got some lunch from the cafeteria that's in the office.
Yeah, some good. You had some cranch.
No, so they had like a couple different options. They had a sandwich though that I was like, oh, give me some of that. It was a BLT. I was like, I want some veggies on my sandwich. It sounded really good. I was eating it, and I like am chomping through it. I get about 3/4 of the way through it, dude, and I realize, huh? Why is there just a bunch of sliminess on this one part of the sandwich? I look. What do you think I find?
Cranch.
There was fucking mayonnaise on it! I was eating mayonnaise! I was so
What?
angry.
Dandy,
I
you
was
just hold on. Wait,
distraught.
Dandy, you just screamed mayonnaise so hard my game fucked up. What the fuck did you just do? What the fuck? What? Did you see that? Like the screen went completely gray for a second? Yeah, you screamed mayonnaise and my fucking computer was like,
the amount of rage I felt in that moment of like, it was tasting so good up until the point that I realized there was so much mayonnaise that I could actually notice it was there. Dandy lets out an EMP blast that fucks up technology every time he rages about mayonnaise. I think I let out an EMP that fucks up technology just normally. Also, if you like mayonnaise, you're fine. You're fine. You guys can like mayonnaise all you want.
I like Miracle Whip.
That's fine. You can like that too. I just am... Mayonnaise by itself is so great. My problem with it is that fucking Americans, I say as an American, put way too much of it on things. When it was used sparingly on that sandwich, it was really good. It added a lot of flavor to it. But when I got to the glob that was like mostly in the center of the sandwich, I was like, oh, no, not about this life. But like just a little bit, it was fine.
Maybe like you need to understand that there's a metric for ranch or for mayonnaise that exists where other things do not.
Say,
you know how like when you're like, may I have a little bit of mayonnaise on my sandwich? No, there's no a little bit of mayonnaise. It's like, could I have a drowning of mayonnaise?
Yeah, I'm traumatized by Midwestern salads though.
You mean the ones that aren't actually salads?
Yeah, they call them salads so they can feel better about eating a literal gallon of mayonnaise.
Implying mayonnaise is what's always on them.
It's usually like the... Danny, what's your opinion on aioli? Just a little bit. A little bit of aioli? Delicious.
So basically, you just hate egg yolk. You just are racist. You're racist to egg yolk.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like eggs. It's something about the mayofication process that just makes it like too much of a good thing.
I'm sorry. Did you just coin the term mayofication process?
Yeah, mayofication. It's the process of turning egg into mayonnaise. But like, you need at least a butter knife's worth of mayo to smear onto one side of a bread to get the most mayo you need for a sandwich. Like, all I'm saying is a thin spread of mayo is all you need. Anything more than that, and it adds a slimy texture to a sandwich that is just unpleasant.
Like a corpse in a shallow grave, corruption rises to the surface.
Okay.
Oh, has mayonnaise emerged?
The defiled victim mutely screams its outrage.
There's already a term for that, Danny. It's emulsification. No, I'm pretty sure it's mayofication. I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Oh my god. I miss them. Mythbusters was so great.
I think Adam still has like a YouTube channel he fucks around with shit.
Yeah. But he's mostly like, look at this 8 millionth different Blade Runner pistol replica that I've gotten from my collection that's not an autistic hyperfixation, I swear.
Everyone on Mythbusters was definitely autistic. What are you talking about? I'm joking. I genuinely don't know any diagnoses, but like, to be that obsessed with something and wanting to dedicate your whole life to, I wonder how much we can fuck this shit up with engineering. That feels like there may be a touch of the tism somewhere.
Risen with the tism.
You know it.
There's just a lot of superfluous shit.
I put barbecue sauce on burritos and also sliced the cheese. I mean, that just sounds good. It just sounds delicious. I think my favorite, like, food that I've eaten that got, like, an eye raise from someone before, and I don't know why it gave them an eye raise, it's good palette of flavors, was dipping bacon into syrup. Like, just, I was like, have you never done this? And they're like, no, that's gross. I'm like, what do you mean it's gross? They're like, that's so much sugar. I'm like,
professional Twitch
so
streamer
salt.
Daniel Bandicoot and his hyperfixation of sticking bacon where it doesn't fucking belong. The next thing you're going to tell me is that bacon belongs in something as sacred as ice cream. You're weird.
No. No, people who put bacon in ice cream are weird. No offense to anyone in chat.
The funny thing is that putting bacon in ice cream does technically work.
I know it's sweet and salty, but if I'm eating ice cream, I want just sweet. With the exception of if there's caramel involved. If there's caramel involved, give me a little bit of salt and then we're good.
What did you call it?
Caramel?
What? What?
Are you one of those weird people that says caramel?
It's caramel.
Caramel.
No, not what? What?
Fuck you mean, weird daddy? You know what I mean, Numar. It's caramel. Caramel. No, it's caramel. We're about to start a dialect war in chat, I think.
Isn't that everything that you touches has to turn into this?
What about bacon on pancakes? I've seen some people do that. It makes sense because, I mean, they're both on the plate already. I just prefer to eat the bacon and pancakes separately and just dip both of them in syrup.
This is literally just a shortcut to get back in. All right.
Yeah, You caramelize sugar to make caramel. Like, what's the problem, chat? Listen, I come from a country where it is Kansas, but it is also Arkansas. So you can't blame me for being this way. Also, is it crayon or crown?
Dandy.
I need to know where people stand on that one.
Crown?
So I have heard some people say crown.
Just because you heard, I got some crowns here. It's not crown, Dandy.
No, it's crayon. I've heard some people say crown, but it's crayon. Absolutely, 1000%. Now say data. Well, it depends on if you're talking about the singular or the plural. Data is singular, data is plural.
No, Data is a charming robot from Star Trek.
That too. Actually, wait, do I have that mixed up?
Oh fuck, that bro just actually juked me. What the fuck?
Okay, people say that you can say like it both singular and plural, but there's no like consensus on like pronunciation from what I could find in that like 2 seconds I looked it up. Datum. That's what it is. Datum. Thank you. I'm stupid.
I thought you were Dandy.
I'm both. They say my real name is stupid, but
hey, Dandy,
I chose the name Dandy. Yeah.
They even left the seams in the levels intact.
Oh.
See it?
Hey, can you transfer to the old timey like way of it? Huh. Seamless transition. Oh.
You are the salt of the earth, Daniel Bandicoot.
I know I am.
How do you guys say aluminum? Normally.
I mean, you spelled it aluminum.
So it's tomb of the Seraphim.
There's also aluminium. I know.
Sealed. Now, ravaged by Nosgoth's upheavals, its mysteries lay exposed. In the time of Vorador, centuries before Kain was made, the Seraphim warrior priests waged a merciless war against the vampire tribes of Nosgoth. Emboldened by righteousness, they committed unspeakable and indiscriminate acts of violence, massacring fledglings and ancients alike. They decimated entire bloodlines in mere decades. Now their husks lay here, murderers enshrined.
And a little bit peeved off.
Whenever they say Nosgoth, I just picture Pinocchio in a My Chemical Romance t-shirt.
Okay, by that same logic, if you hear the word nosegay, you probably think of Pinocchio in fucking booty shorts and a hot pink tube top.
Hey, he can pull it off.
Pinocchio is a child, you freak.
No, wasn't there like... There's like something where like Pinocchio was like all grown up and everything.
Yeah, the lies of P. So I guess if he was gay in that, it would be the lies of P-ness.
P-ride?
The lies of penis. I don't know how I'm supposed to get down here. Oh no. Yeah. Well, it's time to get rid of this body. You
I must leave the mortal coil.
Take heed, Raziel.
Uh-huh.
A forgotten history lies within.
Oh.
Know thyself, though it may destroy you.
That wasn't suspicious at all.
Which bro are we hunting ice? We're trying to find someone named Stefan. I genuinely can't remember his name. I made the stupid joke and now my brain has made the connection of Stefan and that's all I can remember.
Zephon.
Zephon. Okay. I promise you, I'm going to try. I am absolutely saying Stefan for the rest of the night though.
Hi there,
Stefano. Stefano from PewDiePie. I've literally never watched any of PewDiePie's videos.
Oh my god,
so I have no idea.
he was the hype back then. He still is. Guy's basically gone from barely being able to draw to being a full-fledged anime artist, and the art community fucking hates him for it or fucking loves him for it because he just applied himself and went for it.
I mean, in this day and age where there's people who are trying to pass off just telling a computer to generate something and then considering that, quote, their art, I will absolutely applaud someone for applying themselves and putting in the hard work.
Yep.
Melchia.
Malkaya. Zephon, Malik.
Rahab. Rehab!
No, it's Rahab. That was Duma. That was the first guy we fought.
These crypts.
Sorry. I legit thought that said Rehab.
Hold on. Look.
My own. The irony of Kain's blasphemous act rushed in on me with the crushing force of revelation. Were my hands not as bloody as these? Worse, I had spilled the blood of my brothers, these very comrades whose tombs lay ravaged before me.
Yes, Raziel, you were Seraphan, born of the same force that all but destroyed your race. Before the dawn of the Empire, you were chosen. Kain, Nosgoth's solitary self-declared monarch, plundered this tomb and raised you from these crypts. Breathing his vampiric gift into your defiled corpses, he resurrected you as his favored sons.
So yeah, he didn't just make vampires, he legit fucking raised the dead to make vampires.
Oh, necromancy and vampirism? Okay, dude's working overtime.
Malik, on the other hand, was an interesting case. Malik basically got cursed to become a sapient suit of armor.
That's a pretty bitchin' life to have.
No, it was pretty much constant existential suffering for him.
So it wasn't like...
I wonder what would happen if
it didn't come with the cool powers about Alphonse Elric or anything?
Yeah. So how was Pal World last night?
Oh, it was fun. I'm gonna say I was just kind of fucking about. I was more focused on like monitoring the server to make sure that all the stats and everything were looking good. And it looks like the Pal World devs finally fixed the fucking memory leak issue on servers. So I was very happy to see that. I died and dropped my pals last night. Yeah, but we fixed that, so death has no consequence anymore, Newmar. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I didn't get very far. Everyone else is like blitzing through a bunch of stuff. People had goals. I was just kind of like wandering around, remembering the game. Stefan, what are you doing here, buddy? It's been ages.
Heretic. You shall not pass.
Such loyalty to one who has you guarding this outpost like a chained dog. Do you prosper on the scraps he casts you?
Ooh, scathing.
Your insults will do nothing to blood.
I mean, he looks a lot better now.
Kain
Oh my
killed
God,
you
yeah, he
once. Behold the result. I have no more to fear from you.
That's such a metal thing to say, though. Like, dude tried to kill me once. I got stronger for it. Come at me, bro.
No. Oh.
Oh, close. Wait, what? We opened a Pal World? Say we're screwing around with the Pal World server in free time. Let's say me and Myth and another friend of ours got a Linux server set up. Well, it's not a server, it's technically running Linux desktop, but we're using it as a server. I didn't want to use a full server because I wasn't ready for it yet. Server environments scare me, so I was just like, I need a GUI. I want to feel safe. So we got that up and running. And I learned a lot of shit with that and got the Power World server up, and it's been running stable so far, so yeah. Say, Magna, glad to see you in chat too.
Yeah.
Dandy, vampires of Terrell are the most bat-like, also the buffest of the vampire tribes in Nosgoth. Interesting. Interesting, I'm taking notes.
I'm being annoyed.
I want to free myself from Windows so bad, but I know no code. That's the thing, is I'm using Linux, but you can't use it to replace Windows. There's some stuff that just won't work. Also, what's going on here?
I cheesed him to death by punting him into the water.
Nice.
Has infused you with the power to compress and manipulate space. As your
I'm sorry, what?
weapon, the Soul Reaver is also thus enhanced. You may focus and project an orb of kinetic energy to strike objects that are otherwise beyond your reach.
Yep.
We're just like, you can condense space into a tiny little ball now. Also, your sword got upgraded or whatever. It's like, you have command over all of time and space. Also, here's an ice cream cone. Like, thanks, but I feel like one of those is a lot more. I'll take the ice cream, but like the commando. Can you tell me more about the time and space thing? Rip that, dude.
Oh yeah, the telekinetic wedgie is a really good move. Well, tired of this body.
Oh, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Did you see some of the monster lists for Monster Hunter Wilds?
No, I've been trying not to spoil it for myself. What do we got? Yeah. I like going in. I'm weird. I'm a huge Monster Hunter vet. So like, to me, it's really important to go in blind so I have the same experience of buying it on console.
Yeah, say I accidentally saw, because I've been kind of doing the same as you. I didn't know if you wanted to hear about it. There are only 2 monsters that I can remember off the top of my head right now, and I tried not to commit any of the others to memory, but...
well, yeah, if they're new. Like, are there any returning
They're not
ones?
new, they're returning.
Oh, who do we got? I don't care about that.
The 2 that I could remember was, number 1, Rathalos, obviously, duh.
Yeah,
the other one, which I'm not happy about this one, Nursilla.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, I don't want to fight that. We good, but we're gonna have to. I know. I don't wanna.
Wasn't Narcilla the one that had like the wiggle butt?
Yeah, with the giant spider, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. I was like, can we not? But I am looking forward to playing Monster Hunter again.
My boy
been a hot
Legia
minute.
Crew's just been fucking sitting in the goddamn gay baby jail this whole time, never to be seen again.
I'm so sorry.
It's because
I kind of hope that they bring it back.
It was a water-centric one, so, you know, it's really
Yeah.
hard to bring it back.
Yeah. What is that? Try?
Yeah, the one that was all mostly like underwater content.
Yeah. I kind of want to see them take another crack at underwater combat, especially with how some modern games have figured out how to make underwater content fun. I would love to see them take another crack at it to experiment, but I don't know if they will because Capcom doesn't like taking risks all that often.
What are you talking about? The fucking Monster Hunter franchise is just Capcom taking risks, the franchise.
I don't... not in recent years. I'd almost argue...
Monster Hunter World and Rise were massive fucking risks for them, dude.
I don't know, it felt like they were playing it safe.
You
like
thought
they
that
were trying
Rise
to appeal to
was
a general audience.
You thought that Rise was them playing it safe.
Yeah, like
With the super
let me
vertical
explain what I mean by
environments
that.
and like entire gathering mechanics behind shit.
Let me explain what I mean by that. Rise wasn't Switch only, but it was a Switch exclusive for like a year. So I get what you're saying. If they weren't trying to take a risk, they would have put it on like fucking everything. Because let me explain what I mean by it felt like they were playing it safe. A lot of the mechanics that they put in Rise, like the gathering and stuff like that, felt very AAA. Like they were shoving in mechanics because they could, not necessarily because the game needed it. Because I'm trying to think of like how I'm trying to word this, because I know I sound stupid as shit right now and people in the comments are gonna eviscerate me. But it's like, you know how like a lot of modern games are like, what if we put RPG elements in everything?
Okay.
Just to pad things out. Like God of War has RPG elements and it doesn't need them.
So this is game designer Ice Wolf, the version of Ice Wolf you don't get to see very often. A lot of Monster Hunter has been a quest to figure out a way to make their game approachable. When they originally made the game, its core mechanics were incredibly niche and incredibly oriented towards a single PlayStation 2 controller, where inventory management and combat action had this wild disparity. Did you ever play Monster Hunter 2?
No, the first Monster Hunter that I played was
I'm going to show you right now what attacking with a great sword would look like in Monster Hunter on PlayStation 2. This is the button controls I would be inputting in order to attack with a great sword. This is me attacking with a great sword.
Okay, I get.
Your attacks,
I get what you're meaning.
Your attacks were your right analog stick. So an overhead slash was me pressing up on the right analog stick. An undercut was down, and it was basically just press the analog stick up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right, and that was your combo loop. Or up, down, left, or up, down, right, up, down, right. That was it.
That's definitely like
a lance. This was a lance. Up, up, up. Wait. Up, up, up. A. Up, up, up. A. Up, up, up. A. And that's all it was.
Monster.
So their whole thing has been evolving to fit not only a generation, but figuring themselves out. World is when they finally figured out their identity. And the problem is that... Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
I don't know. So that one part, which, by the way, just real quick, because I wanted to point this out. Zippy, thank you for the $30 donation. That's incredibly sweet of you.
Bowgun, if you're curious, it was literally this. Just push the right button, right stick down as a button over and over and over and over and over.
Also, I'm gonna real quick read out Zippy's comment because that's $30 fucking.
Oh shit.
Hey, Ice Wolf and Dandy, I just want to say thanks for doing these streams. The past 2 months have been horrendously stressful. I appreciate you guys for offering humor and distraction. Thanks again.
Anytime, Zips.
Anytime,
That's
dude.
legitimately
believe it or
what
not,
we do.
These streams are just as much of a distraction for us as it is for you guys.
Yeah, like, seriously.
Just glad to have people along for the ride. Oh, that reminds me. I don't know if he's in chat right now, but realized there was a donation last week from Mike Fang. He donated $100. I don't think the Ko-fi bot notified like any of us. I don't know if it popped up on stream and we just didn't see it, but like usually we see that $100 fucking donation. So since we didn't say thank you,
no, seriously,
we thanked him
Mikey.
privately after that.
Yeah.
Like, just want to make sure that we thanked on stream too. So thank you, dude. Yeah, Monster Hunter. So my first one was 4 Ultimate for the DS. Or the 3DS, whichever one it was on. And it was pain.
Yes, that was older Monster Hunter titles.
Yeah. Now, when they made it Generations and Generations Double Cross, that was peak. That felt so good. After Generations Ultimate or Double Cross, whatever the fuck they called it, I felt World was a slight step back because they were trying to recreate the game's identity from what it had built on. Like,
So,
World was a restart. It was a reboot of the series. And I didn't fully vibe with World. I felt it was too modern in its design philosophy. However, they really pulled me back with Rise because I was like, World was their experiment, and I recognize that. Though
actually,
I will say,
World was not their experiment. That's not how the Monster Hunter franchise works.
Really?
Yeah. Mainline titles are a revision. Spin-offs are the experiment.
So what was the experiment that led to World then?
Every single Monster Hunter title up until that, as they were struggling to figure out what the soul of the franchise was, because there's 2 parts to Monster Hunter. There is the gathering, exploration, and hunting, like locating the monster.
Yeah, finding the monster.
And then there is the act of killing the monster.
Yeah.
And these 2 things were very much not in harmony in any Monster Hunter game. In fact, the hunting element of a Monster Hunter game rarely felt like you were hunting anything. You were committing your mandatory gathering for the sake of upgrading your kit, while very patiently trying to. Oh, you son of a bitch!
What the fuck? That is so cheap. What in the fuck?
Dark Souls.
Bro, they were ready for you.
You Dark Souls fucking head ass.
You fucking mentioned mandatory gathering. I just heard the boss music as I remembered egg gathering missions.
Mm-hmm.
Frontiers? Monster Hunter. Wait, who is Frontiers? That.
Bitch, stop having such a fucking existential temper tantrum and get inside of me.
We will. Sorry about the sirens. They're gone now. I really liked Rise, though, because what it felt like is World was there like, all right, we're starting fresh with everything we've learned. I do agree with that much. But it felt like they left a lot behind in the pursuit of that new identity. And I feel like Rise brought back some of that stuff that I really liked about Monster Hunter.
And it was but like it was the experiment game, and I can educate you as to how it was the experiment game because of the features we are getting in this one. What was the big thing about the last game? A new a new buddy that could go with you into your hunts, the dog.
Yeah,
right?
we love the doggo.
Yeah. So
the
so what did the new mainline game incorporate? Something very similar to Palamutes, but as a result, the wire bug shit was modified a little bit, but brought back so that there would be a more skill-oriented experience. So it's like it's the Monster Hunter juggling of mechanics that they are wont to do.
Yeah. At least like we'll rotate mechanics in and out as it makes sense for that game. It's not like Pokemon where it's like, here's a cool mechanic, we will never use it again. Like, I at least like the idea that Monster Hunter, in general, from what I've seen, like especially with monster designs, is they figure out what monsters and what environments create the type of situations we want the players to encounter. There's a lot of very deliberate, like, decision making there. World was a push for the global market, so in a way I can see why Danny would refer to it as an experiment. It felt like they were it was both, I think. They were taking everything they learned and creating their identity, which they were very successful at, might I add. But it was an experiment because they were trying to see, how do we make this accessible to people? Which, after coming off of Generations, it felt like World just didn't have a whole lot. Also, the end game was just Kulftaroth.
And then remember, okay, so the thing about Monster Hunter games is they have a very specific way that they do that content, and it always goes the full game, and then that game's end game, and then there is an update that adds a new end game.
Yeah, but like even with like the new end game of World, it felt like it was just Kulftaroth nonstop. Because like you had to grind Kulftaroth for very specific weapons with very specific elements, and it was just.
Yeah, but Kulftaroth was time gated. Like Kulftaroth wasn't always there.
That was another thing I fucking hated about World, is how much time gating they did. I was like, you know how I am about time gating. You know what it does to me mentally.
Yes.
It fucks with me. Yes. And it really saps the enjoyment of a game.
So
when they had Rise, and yeah, there were some time limited events, but it was like you get them and then you got.
And they were all at once. They were all at once.
Was it all at once?
Yeah,
that's
right. They dropped them all at once. Yeah, they experimented with that. But that's how like the franchises work in general, Dandy. They release content and then they add on to it with new shit. This is
Though I will say,
ooh, a harpoon.
The fucking Zora Magdros fight was always fun as hell. I fucking love that shit.
There he is! Valhazak is really here!
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. This is my unpopular opinion of the Monster Hunter series, and I will die on this hill. The handler in Monster Hunter World was not as annoying as everyone makes her out to be, and she's one of my favorite guild people across the entire series.
The only reason people shit on the handler is because they were hooked up for simping on the guild marm.
Yeah.
That's really it. Like, they were just dialed in to want that guild marm.
It was like, sorry you can't simp for this character anymore. I like the Meowscular Chef, but that doesn't mean when we got Russian Grandma Cat, I was pissy. Still had Meowscular Chef right there.
But you do get the idea, like.
Yeah.
So this new game is a revision of existing systems.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to see what they do with it, because it seems like this one is going to be like. Yeah, I know. I'm very excited. It's like. It feels like they're taking what they've learned about open world.
Maybe we'll finally get that Ace Attorney collaboration we've always wanted in Monster Hunter Rise and get a Phoenix Wright suit.
They did that back in, like, what was that, Try?
I think so.
Yeah, say I'm hoping for it. Give me a fucking armor set based off Athena. Also, I just saw as a chat need a new Ace Attorney game from Capcom before I die. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll do another one. The thing is that if I was an Ace Attorney writer, I would have no idea what to do. Like, they've done everything.
Yeah, basically. Just because they've done everything doesn't mean they've done everything well.
Here's the thing. I can't say much because there's a new thing that's introduced in 4 that we'll be getting to either this week or next week. And it's touched on again in Ace Attorney 5. But beyond that, Ace Attorney 6 was they kind of just revisited the past to appease the fans, and while I absolutely want to rag on them for it, it works for the series. They know.
Do they
what
actually
works
nostalgia bait with Ace Attorney?
Ace Attorney 6 was all about the origin of spirit channeling.
Oh God. I'm over it. I'm so over spirit channeling, Dandy.
So I need you to understand, in Ace Attorney 6, testimonies occur via seance.
Ah! They may as well just make Ace Attorney. I think that was the problem. Ace Attorney stopped being grounded in reality and just started being this garky work of fiction.
It started that in the second case of the first game.
I know. I owned myself. Fuck off.
But no. I get what you mean though, because the original trilogy it still felt somewhat real.
Less weird shit.
Yeah, it felt real in some way. Yeah, the characters were wacky. Yes, there was spirit channeling, but somehow the original trilogy felt real.
Okay, I'm a bit stumped. I know I need to get up there, and I don't remember how to get up there.
Okay. Is this a drowned abbey?
Yeah, it feels like it. Like there's literally a fucking ship in here.
Okay.
I'll read chat while you're hunting things up.
Did you fight Rahab yet? Or is that who you're going for?
I believe that's who I'm going for.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of reading through here. Sorry about this. Let's see. Oh, no. You're going to the drowned abbey. Okay. Ignore the gate to the right for now. Instead, continue until you come to an open area with a ship floating in the middle of the lake. Jump or glide to the ship and then jump up to the right side, which holds a lantern at the end. Switch to the spectral plane and the ship will warp, allowing you to reach the edge on the other side.
Wait, so I just have to stand on the ship?
It says, let me reread this. Jump up to the right side, which is where I think is that a lantern?
Yes.
It said, which holds a lantern at the end. Switch to the spectral plane and the ship will warp.
Oh, right. The Arsene goes up.
And there you go. Perfect.
I probably didn't even need help for that. I just wasn't using my brain.
Nah, it's fine.
I've had a day.
I've
had a day, guys. I've had a fucking day. I've been arting myself so fucking hard.
He has been. He's been arting real damn good.
Because I'm helping with character art for the new D&D game I'm gonna be joining in on. So I drew my character and then Azzy's character, and now I'm doing Dandy's character because his character is an armadillo inspired by JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I'll be damned if I'm not gonna draw that.
I'm very flattered. I was just needing a pose to get started. I was just gonna trace over it and like do it, but like I'm very flattered that you're doing it, dude.
Oh my god.
Because you're so good at that fucking style, so
Apparently it's just my style. Just how I draw.
I mean, it's just the way you draw has a very dynamic look to it. Like it captures a lot of motion. Even when the characters are standing still, there still feels like there's a dynamic factor to it. I've always tried to capture that kind of feeling, but I feel like whenever I've drawn, it feels very stiff, which I've heard is a problem some people run into, but...
This abbey has been drowned by the deluge spilling from this wounded land. Your brother Rahab and his brood, devastated even by the feeble rays of Nosgoth's sun, overcame their vulnerability to water and retreated from the surface. Now they haunt these ruins and glide in the darkness of its stagnant depths.
Oh, right. This is the point where they introduce the butch-ass mechanism of the swimming system.
You don't sound fun about that.
Raziel swims like a porpoise.
Obligatory water level. Yeah. Everything's gotta have a water level.
Yeah, but it's a
Everything.
water level while you're a vampire, so it's a water level while you actively die from getting wet. Well, not die, but you, as you're about to see,
Ooh, safe.
save her.
We need to watch more of those dudes. It's been a while.
Who?
Isn't that the Japanese comedy group that
Gaki
get
no
like
Tsukai?
their asses beaten and stuff? Yeah.
No, that was
Who is Seifu then?
that's just something Soletta Mercury says from time to time in The Witch from Mercury.
Oh, I thought it was like something like on those Japanese game shows when they're like, "Yo, okay, you're in the clear." They're like, "Seifu."
They do that too, but that's just something Soletta said.
Ah.
Get fucked and stay fucked, Snake Ussy.
Don't stand so close to the fucking spikes, maybe.
Do you think, like, when he was posting up there, he was like, nah, this should be fine. Wait.
Yeah, right?
Now, maybe if I just move a little... Yeah, this should be a good point to just stand and wait for about 5 hours. And then he just gets yarded up and... Whoa, hey!
Ooh, he saw what you did and he wanted to try it. Majora's Mask swimming, but with damage. Are we talking original Majora's Mask, or are we talking 3DS remake? Because 3DS remake felt so much better for underwater combat.
Oops, I accidentally spirit realmed myself. Because this game's fucking dodging system is a butch nightmare of a sweatshop. And I don't like it.
Also, lore drop from chat. So water is like acid to vampires, so Rahab overcame this problem by administering water to his body day in and day out until one day his body adapted. It's like how I've adapted to spice ever since Myth moved in. It's always so brutal. Also kind of would the snake dudes. Oh, chat, I will the snake dudes. Don't you worry. You're not alone in that.
I want to make a snake dude at some point. I want to make like a Yuan-Ti. I just make him like weirdly cute.
You say like, I've got a snake OC, but I do nothing with him. He doesn't even have like colors. I've never even thought about like colors for him. He just exists in sketch form. Really should do something with him one day though. You cannot spray bottle me for that when you're the one that said you would. What are you doing? Did you bait me into that just so you could spray me? So where the fuck did you get a fucking water bottle fucking emote? Stop that.
They're evolving, Dandy.
Our boy Raziel got done so dirty that Kain went as far as throwing Raziel into a whirlpool of TikTok NPCs. Oof!
Dang!
Why does this room feel like the fucking sewer fight from Dark Souls? Like that room, was that a giant rat? Was that the rat fight in Dark Souls 1?
Oh, I have something to talk about.
Go for it.
It involves pissing on people.
Never mind. Chat, do we have any other conversation topics?
But it involves a famous person pissing on people. That's not Kanye West.
It wasn't Kanye. I thought it was, you know what? Never mind.
I don't know. But
Kanye probably.
But okay, so are you familiar with R. Kelly? My bad. Are you familiar with Paru Hidekaki, the creator of Beastars?
No.
She's got a new manga.
What are you about to say?
Cause she's got a new manga rather, called Taika's Reason. It is a furry manga. It is set in a world where the population of the world is so fucked that a procedure can be done to people's pets to turn them into furries with the explicit reason of you fucking your pet and making more people.
Girl, just make an F list like the rest of us. Like, you don't gotta go this extra. You don't have to make a whole damn manga series to get your fetishes out there. Just make an F list. You don't have to go to all this effort.
So the main character, she has a dog. Her dog is a pit bull named Taika. And I just fucked that royally right at the very end. Brilliant. Nicely done, Ice Wolf. So Taika, it starts off like any other manga, you know, she's walking her dog, she's talking with her dad, having a good time. She takes the dog for another walk. She eventually comes back home, sees her dad, or like sees the dog, wonders where her dad is, looks down at her dad, sees her dad's face is black, and she's like, why is dad's face black and why is he laying on the ground? Then realizes her dad's face isn't black, the dog just ate his face.
I'm white.
Mm-hmm.
Her dog
killed her father.
Her dad.
Killed her father and ate his face, apparently. It's supposed to be a murder mystery manga, right? So like the dog's muzzle is covered in fucking blood. But they don't explicitly say Taika killed the guy.
I swear for God, it's gonna be an Ace Attorney case where it's like, I wasn't there, I was just eating the body.
So the thing is, Taika is a pit bull. Taika's buff as fuck. So at one point, the main character's mom is just like, oh, by the way, I turned your dog into a furry. And she's like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, surprise. And she's like, why did you turn my dog into a furry without asking me? Like, it's like, well, you know, it was your father's dog and he's dead, so, you know. Oh, by the way, before that part, this girl made the big brain play of, instead of like letting the dog get euthanized for killing her father like any other person would, she decided to just take and shove the body in a duffel bag and then dump him in a river.
Did she have a bad relationship with her dad or something?
Nope. Loved her dad. Just absolutely loved her dad. That's just how she resolved it. She just dunked him.
Okay, I just found a picture of Taika, and I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Is it wood? Is wood what you're about to say?
No.
Oh. Whoa, wait, what? Hold on. Like, I had to pause the game for a second. Wait. What?
I can't.
Really?
I can't. I can't. This might be racist of me. This might be racist of me.
Oh.
The fur pattern reminds me too much of Iggy from JoJo. It's not at all the same, but it's close enough that I can't.
Totally different. Hold on. People want to see what Taika
No, like
looks
look it up. It's like if you cover up like the half of his face.
So about that,
that's
Dandy?
absolutely Iggy.
So about that, Dandy. That is part of the reason Taika is made to look that way and why his expressions are set the way they are. Paru made it so that you can cover half of Taika's face and see a different facial expression. So here, I'm going to post the link to
Interesting.
I'm going to post a link to one of the covers of Taika's Reason in chat. And
yeah, that's the one that I found. Yeah.
Okay. So take your hand, right?
Yeah.
Cover up the middle of his nose and the white part of the right side of his face. And that's one facial expression that kind of looks a little menacing, right?
Yeah.
Now, cover up the black spot of his face and look at the white side.
He looks dorky.
Yes.
And like nervous and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can tell that there was deliberate intention.
Right.
It's just
but here's the thing, right? Like the other weird thing about Taika and the other creatures that get turned into furries in this world, they still act like dogs or cats. So like, for example, someone's like, hey, you want to play some, it's like, hey, you want to play basketball, Taika? And Taika's like, yeah. And he starts super fast nodding his head up and down like a happy dog would. Like he acts like a dog. But the weird thing is that the first thing that happens when Taika gets the ability to talk is that he goes, hey, we should turn ourselves into the police. And the girl's like, fucking what? And he's like, yeah, we should turn ourselves in. She's like, fucking what? Are you nuts? Why? He's like, well, because, your dad's dead. So we should turn ourselves in. And she's just like, no. Zero plans to do that.
So like, was he like admitting that he did it, or like
he never admits that he did it? She asks him, but he doesn't admit it. And her grand result, her grand solution to this whole thing, by the third chapter, is to go, well, I guess you're coming to school with me, or college with me. So he's just poured into an ultra tight fucking college uniform and sent to college with her. And in one chapter, he dominates some guy and pisses on him. But before that,
pissing all by yourself, handsome.
Yeah, but okay. The other thing is, like, the reason why Taika's Reason feels like a horny furry fanfic, one of the first things that dog does when it gains the ability to talk is he unironically looks at his master, in this case the girl, and goes, we should mate. And she's just like, you
stop that.
Yeah, no, literally, that's that. It's like, we should be mating. And she's like, no, no. We got more pressing shit to worry about.
Haru, sweetie, what part of the furry community are you in? I need to know what your FA is. She has got to be around somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Like there ain't no way.
And also she does her obligatory cameo as well. So there's a chicken person, I think.
Yeah. She is. I don't know how to feel about that family.
It's
like,
nice. It's nice to see her. It's nice to see her back at it, right? Because like, when she draws humans, I'm sorry, she suffers from the I've drawn furries all my life. My humans look a little fucking weird. So that's the issue she suffers from.
The thing that kills me is that family is so fucking weird with like, it's just like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just the sheer fact that it was like, dude makes Baki, has a daughter, she makes Beastars, and now Taika's reason is just like, y'all are weird as shit. But you know what?
She does lots of. She loves world building, is the thing. Like one of the things she's really passionate about is world building.
These series, like her plots go off the rails so quick. But then, like, you have, like, her dad who wrote Baki, where dude's about to fuck his girlfriend, and his dad comes in and is just like, that's not how you fuck a woman. Like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Like, it baffles me. It seriously baffles me. But I love the fact that people still, like, have fun with these series.
No, I fucked up. God fucking fuck me. I fucked up.
Oh, do you have to do all of that all over again?
I knew that was was a way back. I didn't know it was a retarded way back.
It was a one way.
We love it when our games do stupid shit like that, don't we?
No, it's okay. Okay.
Mind you, people were like, Ice Wolf, I want to see you keep playing this game. And I was like, we can stop anytime. This is just mandatory reading to be able to understand the good games. I admit this game is jank as fuck. Yeah, no, you just can't. There's nothing to stand on. You can't warp back. Fuck you.
I mean, it's okay to like jank games. Like, I still love The World Ends With You on the DS.
I love Shenmue, but like,
I really want to see that played sometime. Like, I don't care if we get 0 viewers. I want to see that shit.
Oh no, it's so cursed that everybody would love it. Like, I know our audience would enjoy watching us play it. Because I'm very passionate about that game. I love Shenmue. But like, the thing is, I'm starting to remember why I was a very angry kid. Maybe I was just playing games that would piss me off all the time, and then I'd go to school and take it out on living people.
I forget, like, what games, like, brought me to the verge of breaking a controller. It was for the GameCube, because I remember I was holding, like, a GameCube controller, and I think a couple times it was Super Mario Sunshine. There's a couple shines that get it, and it not even the pachinko level. Not even the pachinko level. There were others that were way worse. But I was just like, like, you know, like the autistic kid that hasn't like fully like mastered the autism yet and is just like sitting there like with all this like emotion bottling up inside, just like, I swear to God, if this game doesn't do what the fuck I want it to do, I am going to break this controller.
So whiskey.
Which one are we talking about?
There's 3 of them, and you know which one I'm referring to.
I remember there was one time I heard a snap because I was like holding the controller so tightly, and I immediately let go and looked and was just like, okay, nothing seems broken. Still use that controller to this day sometimes. Still works like a charm. I don't know what broke that day.
Probably maybe it was its will to live, Dandy.
Maybe it was just something in my brain snapped, and that's what it sounded like. It didn't snap, it yelped in fear. I mean, yeah. Like, I didn't know I was autistic until I was 17. That was when I got diagnosed. So
nothing gave you a context clue?
No. I didn't know what autism was exactly, because that was, you know, still the time where they were still like kind of figuring out like what autism as a diagnosis meant. That was still like the time where it was like you had to be nonverbal to be considered autistic. And it was, you know, it wasn't until like I was like 17 that people started realizing, oh no, there's much more to autism than just that. And so, but yeah, so I was like super young and like playing my games, and I loved video games, but like, oh, there were some that like, oh, they made me mad. It made me so mad. And games were like one of the ways that I started learning how to control emotions. Because if you just got angry at a video game, you weren't going to be able to beat it. You weren't going to be able to get past that challenge. But if I realized if I could like just control it just for a few minutes, then I could get past what was frustrating me.
Wait,
and so
hold on. Mizu just said, "Oh my god, the tunes are so cute."
if you're talking about the PNG tubers, you're damn right we are. And say this was from let's see, Ice was from the Shining Force playthrough, Shining Force 1.
Mm-hmm.
And mine was from the Monster Boy playthroughs, which I just realized I don't think we ever finished the second one.
We did not.
Oh my god. Okay, so someone mentioned in chat, I'm not trying to party poop. If you want to see the movie, see the movie. I'm sure the movie itself is good. Did you see the controversy about the Fantastic Four promotional posters?
Was the controversy that they put the Thing in a unitard?
They used AI to generate the posters. Me over here being like, Disney, with your billions of dollars, could not shell out a little bit to pay actual photographers and artists to make your goddamn promotional material.
Give me a moment. AI generated Fantastic Four poster?
There's a dude that only had 4 fingers that was at the front of the picture, and people were like, he just really liked the Fantastic Four.
Let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. Well, first off, this image is crusty as fuck, so
say they made it crusty on purpose to kind of capture that like 50s aesthetic, but you can tell by like the picture they try to touch it up and everything, but there's a lot of parts of it that it's like, yeah.
Are we talking the one where they're just standing shoulder to shoulder in blue jumpsuits?
No, hold on. Fantastic Four 2025 posters. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me just. I might have to pull it from Twitter.
The thing that fucking doesn't make any sense is the Thing doesn't wear clothes. He's all rocks.
He likes getting his rocks off.
That's actually one of the big struggles the poor man has. He's still just a guy trying to date. He pulls a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to try and socialize.
What do you mean pulls a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to how to social? What does he do?
Wears a trench coat and a fucking hat. Thinks that's going to make it so people can't tell who he is.
Oh, that poor guy.
It's like, you do realize that's not gonna do shit, right, buddy?
Alright, give me a sec, cause...
No, oh my god. Did I? I did not. Did I? Did I?
Twitter is not pulling up the right stuff. Did they nuke their like Twitter account over this controversy? No, that couldn't have been. No, there's no way. Hold on. I need to look up.
It would track though, right?
Maybe it's my fucking...
Okay, so that's the no zone. We don't want to go through there.
Okay, no, like... It's there, it's just... Twitter...
There's water overhead.
There we go. And it's case sensitive, that's weird. Alright, so... Alright, I'm just gonna link you the first tweet.
Yeah.
There's an entire thread of the posters, and you can tell they're all AI generated.
Okay, let's take a look here.
Like I said, there was some editing done to them. Someone did go in and touch them up. This is not pure AI.
Oh God! What the fuck is wrong with the proportions for all the people?
It was the 50s. It was a different time.
A different time for body proportions?
It was they don't look too closely.
No, I want to look closely. I want to see what the story is all about.
Just buy a ticket, enjoy the show. Don't look too close.
Oh God. All right. You know what?
Are you you're putting it up on screen, aren't you?
Well, it's not like the thing I'm doing is fucking riveting right now.
Sorry.
Come on,
Chet. Take a little.
You know what,
little
Chet?
side tangent.
Chet,
Let's go.
Let's chat. You and I, us together. We're gonna. Whoa.
Oh. You still had that active.
You remember this?
Oh, we have to suffer through that again.
You remember this little guy, Daniel?
Oh yeah, no, I remember him.
Okay.
Row the Hedgehog.
Okay. We've got a cursed image.
Yep.
Okay, so this is what we're working for a poster, chat. This is what we got. Apparently it's AI, and I can spot already a few things that make it very obvious it's AI. So I'm gonna zoom in, and we're gonna be detectives, chat, and we're gonna identify the hot spots that make it AI. All right.
Yeah. So the first thing that gave it away to me is the sepia tone. Like, I'm sorry, people can use sepia all they want.
There's no sepia in this image, Dandy.
Well, orange-ish.
There is no orange in this. Everybody is just wearing tan.
It's not just that. There is a very clear, like, that kind of filter that AI likes to put on everything. And I can't put it into words because it's something very AI specific. But anyways.
Okay, so right off the bat. Okay, I found one thing. Okay. So
there's a yellow tint. Well, that's why. Like, I'm colorblind. Leave me alone. Yeah, look at that hand. 3 fingers.
Can you see my cursor? Yeah, this dude's hand has this guy. Look at this magnificent hand with only a pinky, ring finger, middle finger. There's no index finger. There's no space for an index finger.
Yep. And then that camera, is that a real style of camera, like with the 2 faces?
That was from the 50s.
Look at that wrist.
This woman's head. Look at the size of her head compared to her shoulder and arm and hand.
Also,
she's got like a nightmarishly large Frankenhead.
Also, the lady with the gray hair, and the lady with the glasses. Look how the lady with the gray hair has her head in front of the lady with the glasses, but the bodies don't match that. Like,
no, they don't.
You get like one of them is in front of the other, but not the head. It's like they're like fused together or something. It just astounds me that Disney thinks that this is a good idea. You know, with all the like controversy over AI and everything. Like, I personally think that there's good applications of AI. This ain't it, fam. Wait. Go up. The dude in the suede jacket. Look at how he's holding that flag.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like it's. Oh, it doesn't even. Oh,
like his face is covered. But...
Yeah, no.
Yeah, look at that.
That's not the right. Hold on, let me. I'll zoom in a bit more on it. I wish I knew an easier way.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, the flag is just kind of like coming out of the top of his knuckles, and there's no way that could realistically be held by anyone.
Yeah,
shit
and
just
like
gets more.
The background looks that
shit just gets more surreal the farther back into the image we start going, though. Like we've got mystery limbs that don't belong to people. Like this guy is wearing a brown colored coat. Then we got a mysterious blue arm that belongs to nobody in particular. Just there.
Yeah.
And they're all their hand poses all look like they're holding something, but they're not holding anything. Like they all have this hand, like here, like these two on the far right that are near you that you're like literally pointing to it. They all look like they're holding something, but they're not holding anything.
Yeah. So here's the thing. People can have their opinions about AI, and we can all, point out all the flaws of like generative AI till the cows come home. My opinion of it is people shouldn't use it just because it looks tacky. It looks unfinished and wrong. It looks like a cheap product. And I don't know any company that wants to give off the vibe of, yes, this is a cheap product that is not going to stand up to your quality. It looks unprofessional. Exactly.
It's Disney. They don't care. But to be fair, I will give them this.
Yeah.
That's a very clean bit of AI.
Yeah.
Also, they can't
clearly touched up.
Also,
but...
as Mizu pointed, if that's AI, that's free use for anybody. Anybody could use that poster and edit it and then post it on their fucking whatever. There isn't shit that they could do about it.
Yeah. Generative AI art and text generated by prompts cannot be copyright protected, which is why the companies that are thinking about this intelligently are like, okay, we use this in the ideation phase. If you dare use it for anything that reaches the public, you're fired. And I know we all often hear about the bad corporations. There are corporations out there that will actively fire someone if they try to get away with using AI to push something to customers. Because it's creating bad will.
Sorry.
That was the coolest save ever. Oh. Come on, Ice. Come on.
Can I not jump laterally over to that? Come on, Raziel. There we go. That's a boy.
Yeah! Did it.
I feel more anxiety than someone holding an egg up to my ass at a P. Diddy party.
They say you're gonna have breakfast?
I'm gonna timestamp that. I don't care. It was fucking awful.
Looks like you're about to have breakfast.
22, 45. Jump scare, then egg up the ass and a pee. Why am I like this? Oh,
why are any of us like this?
It genuinely scared me. Also, just so you guys know, we are going to be having a guest snail on in the future, and we are.
Did you finalize this with him?
Well, I'm forcing him to. Slug was like, I have compulsive generosity, like real actual. It's a disorder. So part of the reason why I act so gruff and surly all the time is so that can't be exploited by other people, because it has been for years.
I love how you're openly admitting this live on stream.
Yeah, I'm admitting it because if I don't admit it, then people will try and exploit it. Now that they know that it's not going to work, they won't. But
that's a good point.
I heard Slug say, "Oh man, these games are on sale," and I know Slug is having a time right now, and he's doing good with his schoolwork, and I was proud of him. So I was like, all right, here you go. And I just gave him Dead Space. And I was like, wait, in my brain I heard Slug scream, Dead Space, comedy.
So for once, I'm not gonna be the one playing the horror game.
Nope. But what I might do is I might sacrifice my stream slot, because what is going to happen soon is we're going to get into a position where Monster Hunter comes out, and I want to play Monster Hunter on stream.
Yeah.
And I also want Slug to be able to get through Dead Space on stream. So I think what we'll do is we'll switch hit it up. Our schedule may get a little bit less predictable, because we are going to have days where Sluggu is going to be hosting. And but Dead Space isn't that long a game, but I just wanted him to have a chance to shit his pants for our amusement. Basically, I just want to torture him and get away with laughing at it. And I think that'll be fun for everybody.
Oh, hey Slug, see you in chat. How you doing?
Hi Slug. Oh, I don't care. He knew why I was doing it when I did it. Yep. I wasn't trying to hide anything.
I know. But yeah, Slug, we're gonna have to hit you up, and I'm gonna have to set you up with all the BFG OBS stuff, and also make sure your bandwidth is good for it. Did you already torture him enough last time? No, that was dress up torture.
That was dress up. That was like fake. That was like pre-torture.
That was the hazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna pre. My goal is to try and have the new PNG tubers ready to go soon. But then the D&D thing happened, so I have to hurriedly get those ready, and then switch to the switch gears.
I mean, I told you didn't have to draw mine. There's
no,
a
but
part
I really,
of me that's like, I feel bad.
No, I just want you to finalize what you want him to wear, because I was literally just mushing like different JoJo outfits onto him.
Yeah, like my original idea for him was like, he'd have like the bandages around like the hands, like that kind of look. Mm-hmm. But in terms of like what he would actually wear, he'd be shirtless. That much is definitely.
Okay, so I already got that then.
Yeah, like, and like I was thinking like he typically would have worn like a cloak, like, you know, as the fitness influencers would say, a pump cover to kind of hide his musculature. And then someone like tries to pick a fight with him, and he just like whips the robe off and is just like, all right, let's do this.
Wait. Mm-hmm. I had an idea.
Uh-oh. What's this idea? Oh god, he's getting something, chat.
Hold on.
What is happening? Hey, Lupus. It is late for you. What are you doing up? Fucking streamers yelling at their editor, go to bed! Get your sleep! But the fucking, what do you think? I just fair. Tell you to go to sleep. I stay up until like 2 or 3 in the morning every night.
Oh, let's see.
Better. But yeah, so chat, let me nerd out about my D&D character for a bit. So he's gonna be an armadillo. He's also gonna be a pugilist, which I think is technically a homebrew class.
It's basically strength. It's strength month. It's strength month. That's all.
And
anyways, Dandy.
And unarmed and without armor.
I just posted the link in chat.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Infinite shirts.
You know what I was gonna say?
Every episode, Kenshiro bursts out of a fucking custom-made biker jacket with a red t-shirt, destroys it to fucking nothing every episode. After that, he has a new one on.
So there was something that I was thinking about, like having him, like one of his like guiding like morals and everything as I was developing him, and then I realized what I had done accidentally because I forgot about Fist of the North Star. I was going to say that like there was someone he looked up to when he was like growing up on the streets and stuff that always said, follow your North Star, as in like always keep your eye on the goal.
Embrace it. Oh fuck, there's a boss.
And
I didn't know I
just
was
sitting
entering
there.
into the boss room. What the fuck?
Well, I guess you are. What is this? Is this Rahab? This is Rahab,
so.
isn't it? Yeah.
He's a little fishy.
But I was like, God damn it, Fist of the North Star. I have just made this dude just like the ultimate punchy boy.
He's every
Fuck.
80s. He's every 80s punch boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raziel.
Would.
Rahab, you have adapted well to your environment. For one so maladjusted.
Do not mock me, Raziel. You of all of us should respect the power bestowed by a limitation overcome. Kain said you would come.
You speak with the murderer?
You would do well to mind your blasphemous tongue.
What more did he
What
tell you?
tongue?
That you would destroy me.
I will indeed. But tell me, before I tear your soul from its moorings, do you know what we were before Kain spawned us?
Human.
Seraphan Rahab, the antithesis of all we ever believed.
Does it matter? We were lost. He saved us.
Saved us? From what?
From ourselves.
I was just like, I'm gonna murder the shit out of you. You will cease to breathe. But before that, what's your favorite flavor of pie? I like cherry personally.
How do you aim this shit?
Bold of you to think that you can aim. Oh, there it is. Maybe. Make him rude as fuck to women to make him Jotaro. No. This character, the D&D character, he is purely based off of pre-stand JoJo. Because I'm not going to say I don't like stands. I am going to say I prefer Hummel.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Pre-stand JoJo is Fist of the North Star. So by giving you Kenshiro as another reference point, it's like if look at Jonathan's outfit and then compare it to
I know.
Kenshiro's. It's literally just a rip off of his. So like by giving you multiple points of reference. Okay, I don't remember how to beat him, and I could have sworn it involved around breaking mirrors.
Let's see. Notice a series of stained glass windows around the room. Aim and shoot your force projectiles at them to break them. So yeah, you do gotta break all those. What was the fucking JoJo ripoff series?
Okay, but how do I honestly just forget how to aim these fucking things?
Hold on.
This is infuriating. Like, I could
I'm
have
just gonna
sworn I
look.
remembered how to aim. Because,
Alright,
like,
hold
you
on.
can't... I know you can't aim in a conventional way.
Force projectiles. Okay, hold on. Execution, hold triangle and the projectile will start forming. You can aim by holding L2 plus R2 and using the D-pad. Let go of triangle to release the projectile.
Right,
That is the most...
that's... Okay.
That is so dumb.
There was no text anywhere that told me how to do that.
Yeah. Diesel or big order? Wait, what was that a reference to, Stagger? I might just be being dumb. But yeah, like there was the JoJo knock. Oh, was it? I think it was Diesel. Now I remember what we were talking about. I'm looking. Yeah, it was Diesel. I swear to God, Diesel looks like... Oh, that dude looks like one of the fucking, like, Western superheroes. Like, the blue dude. He looks like Beast from X-Men? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Why would you live in a place made to kill you, dumb fuck? Why would you live in a place meant to kill you, dumb fuck? That's like any normal person living in fucking Detroit. Fucking actual imbecile. Why would you live in a place that is molecularly created to undo your being? Walk around the streets of Detroit like, why is there a bullet in my chest? Why'd you go outside?
Overcome your former vulnerability to water's touch.
Detroit has 638,000 people living in it.
Dissolve your physical body, enabling you to swim to areas heretofore beyond your reach.
Hey, Zippy. Cool, I can swim now.
Is your armadillo going to be able to roll to attack and grind like Dylan from the Rolling Western series? Okay, I'm not going to lie. That is one character that I've kind of had in mind a little bit.
Well, we need to actually define where his fucking shell is, because I've got a couple different outfit combination ideas for you, but...
Yeah, like that's
right.
another thing is
I
have so many OCs that I have never drawn because rarely drawn or haven't had drawn because they're unorthodox. A lot of people are like, I'm gonna make a wolf or I'm gonna make a fox, and like everyone knows how to draw those because, you know, they're fun creatures and everyone knows them. Me over here being like, I'm a bandicoot, I have a chinchilla OC, I'm gonna have an armadillo OC. I don't have like many traditional
There's
furry
nothing wrong with that, because I'm really good at drawing weird shit.
No, I know. What I'm saying is
like,
that
it's funny because I'm kind of pissed off because at one point when I had first heard about him, I have this thing where I would draw random art for people and never give it to them, and I think it's actually forever gone now. Because when I moved, I destroyed all of my old books. But there was a point where I had drawn like, I had drawn one of Old Shep's characters. I drew Stagor. I drew At one point I drew Atman Ryu. I drew Doug Winger. Like, these are just random people that I drew when I saw what their Sona looked like, and I never fucking scanned them. I never gave them to him. I just drew them because the idea of doing something for somebody else made me feel good when I was in a really shitty point in my life. And I saw Stagger's OC that had like all this cool techie shit, and he was like jumping, and it just made me happy seeing that. So I would like just draw people's OCs, but I would never give it to them because I didn't want to seem like a creep. Because like the general impression of me is that I'm really scary. Like people are dialogue there.
The subterranean tunnel leads northward to the clan territory of your brother Dumas.
Okay.
Endowed with Rahab's soul, you may swim to gain entry where your progress was previously impeded.
Yep. God, I'm trying to remember who the fuck else I drew because it's been such a hot goddamn minute.
Yeah, like I get that. Friends or not even just friends, just people in general being like amused to draw something, well, and it feels good.
Oh no, I didn't even know them. Like, that's the thing.
I know.
Outside of Atman, I didn't know these people, but I still drew them because I kind of sat there and I was like, I bet it would make this person's day or some shit like that. And it was just the thought of doing it that made me feel good.
Yeah.
Which was weird, I think.
It's not weird.
It's not something that, you know, like, there's always like this, oh, you gotta talk to somebody if you're gonna draw their OC. And yeah, I'm kicking myself all the time because I love to show them those pictures, but they're fucking annihilated now. They no longer exist.
Say, the thing, I feel like there's several things that furry artists of, I'm not going to say your generation, but definitely my generation, because generations of furries is like much shorter than like, you know, generations when we talk like, you know, millennials, zoomers, etc. I think that my generation of furries created a lot of rules for artists that really don't need to be there. Like, for example, like you have to talk to someone before drawing them fan art. No, like, just draw something and just say, hey, I did this for you. Just don't make it like your weird kink that 0.2% of the population is into.
Yeah,
like,
I drew your
Don't do that.
Hi, I drew your feet. Like, yeah, no, don't.
But if you just want to draw like someone's character and it's not in a sexual position, then like go for it, because you're probably just you're gonna make their day.
No, like I distinctly remember like Old Shep. That's another one I drew.
Yeah, you mentioned them.
Yeah, Old Shep and Stagger. But like, again, I never really talked to them about it because I always, at that point, I had an entire group of people that basically were vilifying me because they needed a punching bag while I was doing stuff for them. Oh man, that Final Fantasy VII community fucked me up, dude. But
yeah,
and it got me into the idea of I'm a bad person, everybody hates me. I guess that means, I can't do anything or be nice to people because they're either scared of me or they hate me, and that's it. That's just me. And yeah, it's all right. Where the fuck am I meant to go? They're like, underwater. It's like, okay, well, you fucker showed me like a quarter of a screenshot.
I mean, so apparently you can possibly go back and get the remaining glyphs and something called the Fire Reaver, which sounds cool.
Yeah, that's where the open world, the world has truly opened up now. Because after you do Duma, that's basically it. That's just Kain, and then you're done with the game.
Yeah. Apparently you have to go back to Gateway 0, is what the walkthrough is saying, if you want to just continue. There's also the option to go and explore the world and get power-ups.
Let's do the Fire Reaver. Where do I have to go for that?
Let me look down for that. Because this is actually close to the end of the game. If we go a little bit long on this one, probably finish tonight.
No, because the next stream I'm gonna go right into the next one.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to. Let me see. Okay. Here we go. Glyphs and Fire Reaver. Okay, location near Drowned Abbey. From Gateway 8, head out and enter the wooden door across. Hit the door at the end of the tunnel with a force projectile, jump in the water. Okay. Swim around the circular structure and notice a stained glass window. Use your force projectile ability to shatter and swim down to the nests of the Rahabim vampires.
Oh.
Where are you at right now?
Well, there was a circular platform. There was like a circular pillar.
I think this is where you need to be. Maybe? No.
Because right now
hit
down
the door
here,
at the end of a tunnel.
God, I wish this camera was less annoying.
Also, a lot of love coming your way in chat where people are like, no, maybe a little scary, maybe a little intimidating, but you're a good dude.
Another one is like, I do remember the first time like I stopped being worried about that shit and I just posted it, and that was just a picture of what Jay's human Sona is.
Yeah, Jay's a cool dude.
I just posted Jay's fucking human Sona. Like that was it.
Also, I saw this earlier in chat that some people on their bios post, don't draw me without my permission. I can pretty much assure you that's because some weirdo drew them in a very
gross,
not okay situation before, and so
okay, so
they have to like put that there. And
okay,
like,
so I'm at the circular thing. I think
it's like go down like a set of stairs. Well, it says head from Gateway 8, head out and enter the wooden door across. Hit the door at the end of the tunnel with a force projectile, then jump in the water.
Well, there's water down there.
Well, I don't know if this is it, though. Did you break a stained glass window to get in here?
At one point, I believe. Yeah, was this not originally a stained glass window?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think this was a stained glass window that I shot.
Okay, if
there was a dude and or maybe not, I don't remember. It's been a hot minute.
Do you know where Gateway 8 is?
I have
essentially the gateway to this area.
I have fantastic news to you, Dandy. They don't label the fucking gates.
Well, is there a gateway in this area? Because it would be around the Drowned Abbey.
I genuinely don't know.
I wish I had a map. I really wish I had a map.
I wish you just look up a YouTube video.
I could do that. Let me Soul Reaver, Fire Reaver location. Okay, let me take a look. Oh my god, this video is 13 minutes long.
Oh, apparently Nintendo lost the fucking lawsuit. I hope it's the one against Palworld.
I think it was something else. Because I did hear about that, but I don't think it was Palworld, unfortunately. Okay, so you open that door. Okay, you're in the ship. Okay, they go in here. Okay, yeah, so that area you said was a stained glass window. Mm-hmm. You go through that, take a left through the door. Okay, so you're in the right area. I'm trying not to skip too far ahead so I don't miss anything.
Yeah, with the
okay, so you're in the room with the gear. There should be a gated door that you can open. Like one of these should be like a barred door. And it's just straight. You don't have to go around any corners or anything to get to it. So I think it might be to your left? Yeah, right through there.
Yep. Okay.
Is that the one for the store called Mario? Yeah, there was a store called Super Mario somewhere.
Oh, right. Yeah, Mario's.
Yeah. Yeah, it was some sort of like grocery store that's been there forever, and the courts were like, Nintendo, you're a games company. Your trademark does not extend to grocery stores. Shut the fuck up. So yeah, Nintendo got slapped down for that one. And it was in Costa Rica. That's where it is. It was...
Okay, so should I be going through the second door?
Yes.
Okay.
You're literally at the same spot that I'm seeing in the video. All right. So you're gonna jump across to like, you're gonna jump across the pillars.
Oh, it's just so nice not being weak to water now.
You can you don't even have to jump across the pillars because you can do like a launch yourself out of the water maneuver at the end of the...
Good point.
Yep, there you go. Okay. So you go down that hallway. There'll be another door. Say, I'm actually wondering if they're just gonna take us to the boss room.
That'd be funny.
And then it's like just... It's probably like some sort of small little thing off the boss room or something. But yeah, you're on the right track.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, and then you emerge into this room, take a left, and stay underwater.
Here.
Get through that. Yep, this should take you all the way. Should just be a linear path from here. So I can go and look at chat again. Also, yeah, I'm a little upset with Nintendo because of the Palworld stuff. Coming back to Palworld and not being able to throw my pals at a specific location is really obnoxious. And Nintendo trademarked that after Palworld released, which is really fucking annoying, and I really hope the Japanese courts do slap them down for that one, but...
Okay, so now what do I do?
I guess it isn't as linear as I thought it was.
Maybe I went the other way?
Okay,
yeah,
so
I'm in a room
so
with I'm in a room with lots of babies.
Okay, so this person went downstairs, and then there's babies, and then there's like there's another little hole area that you'll be able to have a staircase that goes further down. Wait, is that? No, it would be spiraling the other way. Well, maybe this will go to the same place. Yeah, it looks like it does. All right, so then go around the circular room. There should be a stained glass window. There it is. And you go through there, jump on out.
Oh, the swimming mechanics in this game.
This elemental forge
We will.
is tuned to the Soul Reaver's energy.
Why? Who knows?
In this primordial flame, the blade may be imbued with fire at any future time.
Hooray! All right.
Yay, Raziel's flaming now.
I am a massive fan of Wiener. All right. You know what? Where am I supposed to go for the next boss?
Sorry, I was in a very awkward position.
What you have? Your dick in a vice?
No,
You're in the backseat of a Volkswagen, weren't you?
maybe. Okay, you have to go back to like the main gateways.
Cool. Look at the riveting camera angle that I have to work with.
Yeah, say just make your way back to the. Yeah. So when are you gonna play Hello Kitty Island Adventure that Butters of South Park played 17 years ago and has become an actual real game? Wait, does that imply that Hello Kitty partnered with South Park to make this game happen? Or just that they made it?
I don't know.
Just a
Daddy.
coincidence. Okay. Apparently it's just a coincidence.
What the fuck? Oh my god. This
I
wall was transparent until. Did you guys really have to just laminate graphics over a busted PS1 title, guys? Come on. Really necessary.
They're doing their best.
No, they're not. They did their minimum.
No, they're.
This game could have been stunning if it was properly remastered. What are you fucking kidding me? It's got a nice coat of paint.
At least you got a nice coat of paint and not an iOS port.
Grimaces in Final Fantasy VI for iOS.
Oh, did they do that with Final Fantasy VI as
Yeah.
well?
Oh, it looked like dog shit.
I was talking about The World Ends With You. They'd even added a small microtransaction so that you could just buy yen. Like in the gate, like the yen pins. And I was like, oh, Square Enix, that's not a good look for you.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Oh god,
I'm
GTA
glad
Trinity the GTA trilogy.
they put the original GTA trilogy on iOS.
No, just talking about it in terms of horrible ports. Oh, that is like a hate crime level of bad, dude.
You know, I'm glad that ports actually match the game now. Cause even as recent as like fucking Sonic Colors, if you played it on the Wii versus playing it on the DS, it was a different game entirely. And that shit frustrates me. Like, because it's confusing. It's like, oh, I could play Sonic Colors for the DS? Yep, why would I get it on Wii then? I can play it on the go. It's completely different. Just like they could have called it like,
Oh, dude, The Sims was super guilty of that back in the day.
Oh god, Sims on my sister had like a Sims game for the DS and it sucked. Kaboom.
All right, so we need to get to the next guy, and I need to know where to go.
Yeah, so just make your way back to the main gateway, like get out of the zone. And then once you're back in the main area, it says exit through the door, go left, and you'll come to the Lake of the Dead.
Dude, I have a lot of going to do before I get there.
Yeah, so.
Wait, I can't climb this?
That's it. I'm gonna read a little bit of chat from earlier that I saw. Ice, I was never intimidated by you either. I saw your content, loved it, so I decided to follow you, and even then I thought you seemed pretty cool. But when I started watching the streams, I found myself genuinely having a great time and sticking around for pretty much the entirety of the streams. That's when my view of you increased. I think you're an awesome guy. Would be an awesome friend to let anyone, not even yourself, convince you otherwise. We all love you, Ice. Aww.
Jesus
Very
Christ.
sweet of you to say, Jam.
I was not expecting that.
Oh, you've been getting a lot of love from chat tonight, dude. Like...
Gee, I wish I could read it.
Say, I can export the chat for you if you want.
I'd love to be able to fucking get out of here.
I learned about Ice from getting the old first act avatar on SL. Wow.
Okay,
yeah,
so what the fuck is the purpose of this? God damn it, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, that looks like the way out. Where? How do we get?
Is this a? Nope. Okay. Cool. Nice to know.
Oh, Teddy Bear, thank you for the gift sub, dude. Very
Thanks,
kind of you. I hate this walkthrough because it just says head to Gateway 0. Like, how? There's
what is Gateway 0?
Soul Reaver 1 visual walkthrough. Let me see if there's like any just like pictures of maps without having to go through a video.
Wait, I have an idea.
Is there an old like
no.
fucking
This is
Prisma guide?
No, this is an old game.
Oh.
Oh!
Centuries past, your brother Dumas retreated with his clan into Nosgoth's northern wilderness. Empowered by the gift of Rahab Sower, seek out his mountain stronghold. But tread carefully. These frozen wastes have mysteries yet to disclose.
Right.
Yay. I'm too young to understand Second Life. Second Life is just VR chat, but mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Literally it.
You have an inventory of items. You can attach parts. You can attach that inventory of items to your avatar, and that's how people make avatars there. And you know, it plays you can have animation files that you double click on and it'll play. And it's got a pretty okay scripting language. Dandy, why don't you tell me what door I'm supposed to go out to get to this area?
It says Gateway 0, which I don't know what it... Let me look up to see what it defines as Gateway 0. God, I feel like looking through this walkthrough, I feel like I'm looking through code.
I think that may just be Gateway 0, I'm not sure. Yeah, Second Life's still available. Just has its own currency, that's all.
So, Lake of the Dead.
I think that's this,
I
right?
guess go through it and see if you're close to Lake of the Dead. Oh my gosh! Unlucky, thank you for the 3-month resub.
Before this portal will be open to you.
Shit.
You can sub for 3 months at a time. I didn't know that. Fucking thank you, dude. Incredibly fucking kind. I guess just walk through the gate, check the map, see if you're close to the Lake of the Dead. That doesn't help anyone. Oh,
that's
no,
the Lake
okay.
of the Dead.
Okay. It's up to 6 months? Oh! I'm learning things about Twitch tonight.
Okay.
Also, I know we've said it in the past. I am sitting the fuck down this month and I am making sure to at least sketch some ideas for new emotes, including animated emotes.
Oh, nice.
For everyone who so kindly subscribes to us, because it's been a while since y'all gotten something, so want to pay back a little bit of what you give us in some way.
No kidding. Jesus Christ. Also, I always have this bit of a struggle because I know we could get really popular really quick if I was in the heroid version of myself on screen, like gesticulating and animating and moving around and shit like that, and people got to see my Sona being my Sona. Because it would be very much like having a VR chat avatar in the world, and it would feel very real. But at the same time,
VTube is fucking cool.
But at the same time, like, I know if I did that, then I wouldn't be able to constantly like keep changing my avatar and shit like that, like we do with
Yeah,
these.
it'd be a lot harder to do the themed like stuff that you do. It's not to say that we can't do more VR chat streams.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, like, I like feeling like I'm tangible and there so that people can interact with me if they want to.
Yeah, I
the
totally
way
get
I
that.
interact on VR, I try not to break kayfabe, so it feels like people are actually interacting with my Sona.
And you're very good at that from everything I've seen.
So
I like the PNG stuff more, like theme stuff. Stick with the formula. It seems like people really like the PNG tubers. So
yeah, because
it
makes us different.
Yeah, some people have very how to put it? Some people have very strong opinions of whether they want PNG tubers or VTubers for the people they watch on stream.
Here's the thing, right? We can mix it up and match it up, but like, you guys at this point know me well enough that you know if I was to suddenly have a PNG tuber switch to a VTuber, and I suddenly went, "Hey, what's going on, chat? It's your boy Ice Wolf. We're back at it again. We're gonna be exploring." You would know I would be doing a bit and make fun of some people. You would know that's me doing a joke.
Yeah, like there's streamers that I've seen. Like I've actually seen a streamer who started as like they were just a voice, and then they did a face reveal. And then PNG tubing became a thing. And they were like, yo, I have a PNG tuber drawn by a very lovely friend of mine. And then after that, as a quote joke, I think it was an April Fool's Day stream, he had a VTuber, revealed it, and was like, and we're gonna be playing Genshin Impact today. It's a mind-blowingly good game. One of the best games ever made. You know, Genshin Impact, fantastic.
And immediately everybody left. Right.
Well, no, people didn't leave. There were some people that were genuinely upset that he had a VTuber. Like, it was an April Fool's Day joke, it was all in good fun, but some people really had a stick up their ass about it. And he was like, you know, I understand there's some strong opinions about the VTubers, but, you know, with all due respect, fuck you, I will do with what I want. And he sometimes pulls out the VTuber from time to time, and I'm like, you know what? Live your life. Be your person, you know?
Well, like, okay, here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
I do know people that VTube, and what they do is they basically stand there in VR chat with the camera on them, and they dance for bits. They just slut it up, and that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to.
I feel
like if I wanted to do something like that, I not only could, but I would make it so hot people's dick would explode. But I don't know why I would be doing that on the gaming platform for people that want to play games.
Yeah, like there's literally OnlyFans for that. Like OnlyFans is like a site that has streaming now. And
well, like, no, for example, right, like, let's say we were playing a game, right, and you're playing, I'm wired in through VR chat. So I'm also on the screen flexing my muscles and just hanging out and shit like that. Like I would actually be sitting over your shoulder as you played the game. That would create a different energy, but I, at the same time, would be being myself. I wouldn't be like wiggling my dong everywhere trying to get people hot and bothered.
Yeah, like my whole thing is because like we talked about this at length when we started doing the streams. We talked about like the idea of like people being able to like redeem channel points to like make us grow and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know if we want to go down that path, because I know that like that'll be like the what people expect, and if we want to quote get more serious, it would be like we'd have to change that, and then we'd lose the audience we'd built up because we changed our vibe. It's that, and like we wouldn't be able to just chill and chat with people as much. I don't think.
I think we could. I think it just depends on people's mood at the time. Like it really does.
Yeah.
Because there's absolutely a time for, oh my god, Daddy Ice Wolf. You know, like, I admit people are really turned on by me. It feels weird as fuck to say that, but you know, I know that's how that be. Okay, so what the fuck? If in order to go, I need to get to the fucking goddamn. Danny, where the fuck?
Okay, so you go to Gateway
going?
0. Let me see this. So you do Gateway 0, and oh, for fuck's sake. Gateway 0, exit through the door. Go left, you'll come to the Lake of the Dead. You should be at the Lake of the Dead. Keep going forward across the bridge and jump over when there is a gap. You'll now be at a broken bridge with a path directly in front of you.
Because I think this just leads me to Raziel's old fucking fortress. This isn't the Lake of the Dead.
Yeah.
No, this leads to Raziel's bullshit, I think. Hey.
There is that you might be able to get. Never saw that down there.
Feel like a fucking special ed student for missing that particular nugget of detail.
Did I ever tell you that in the 4th grade I was put in like an accelerated learning course?
I believe it.
So there was one project, like they always had like special additional projects for us to do, because it was like you have to complete your regular 4th grade work, but also more homework on top of it. And most kids, you know, would be sane and be like, ew, more homework, I don't want to do that, I'm not doing that program. But me, I was like, I don't do enough homework, it's all too easy, I want to do more. And so my parents signed me up for that
every time
class.
When you open your mouth and those words come out,
I know.
How hard were you punched in the stomach as a response to what you said? Like how badly were you hit?
There were a lot of mean words said to me. There was a lot of ostracizing that happened, but I only got into one physical altercation, and that was the moment my mom took me out of the public school system and said, bullshit, my baby ain't gonna be going through that. So
I would love to meet your mom one of these days. Like, hi, I know your son. I take care of him every day.
Oh, I've hyped you up to my parents. My parents know you.
Great.
They want to meet you too.
Great.
You and Azzy.
Oh boy.
But yeah. So I took this accelerated class. I don't know why, but like, there's one project, one very specific project that always sticks in my brain of something I did, and I forget why it was this particular thing. But I remember we went around to various sidewalks in our neighborhood, and we were analyzing the quality of them. Of just like, you know, this sidewalk has a lot of leaves on it, this one has a lot of cracks. And I think it was like, I think the cracks thing was the most of just like trying to connect it to like weather patterns and stuff like that. Some shit like that. I just remember going out and taking pictures of the sidewalk a lot. And for some reason, me as a kid, I was just like, this is so cool, I'm learning so many things. And now as an adult, I'm like, what the fuck was I learning?
As an adult, you're like, cool, why was I doing that?
Yeah.
All right,
Hi, Mr.
so
and Mrs. Boot. We're Ice and Azzy. We're Dandy's handlers. Yeah, that would be a good way to
Okay,
put it.
I'm at the Silenced Cathedral for some... Wait, no, where am
You're
I?
so... Where in God's name did you go? Yeah,
What?
you're at the Science Cathedral. How did you
Cool.
end up...
Because this game
Okay,
has no fucking
let's-
cohesive overworld. It's just a bunch of fucking featureless nonsense that vaguely connects to itself, and it's a nightmare to try and navigate because it's just garbage.
Do you want to save and reload?
Yes.
Okay, save. Let's reload and let's try. Yes, third time's a charm. Let's do this.
Okay.
All right, head to Gateway 0 and exit through the door.
I swear to
This
God,
time
if you
I'm
don't
not gonna get
confirm-
distracted.
If you don't confirm what the fuck Gateway 0 is, I'm going to lose my mind.
Okay, well, this walkthrough says Gateway 0. Get into that part of the fucking thing because it refers to these by numbers instead of, just saying it's the Lake of the Dead warp gate. That's all it gives me. So go to the Lake of the Dead warp gate, and then...
Dandy, I can't go through. See?
Why can't you
I try to press up and it's like, no.
Why can't... Is that the Lake of the Dead?
It's the underworld. Where's the Lake of the Dead one?
Scroll down the list. Let's
It
see.
says Lake of the Dead on here too. You know what? I guess I just gotta...
That's why it's Gateway 0. You're already there. Holy shit. Okay, exit through the door. Wherever that door is. Oh my god.
I swear to God, if I could go back in time and punch the directors of Ubisoft who thought this was a good idea, the penis, I would just demonstrate the sheer amount of frustration a human being can have by channeling all of my ki into my fist and punching punching them in the wiener so hard they saw the curvature of the earth.
Apparently my Ubisoft account got hacked by someone from India, and I just have not bothered recovering that account because I do not care enough. I think the only game I played on that was like fucking Assassin's Creed 2.
Welcome to India, where our water is fucking terrible. If you drink our water, you will turn inside out and die. Hello, I am your average Indian tech support individual. Please stop fucking hacking us, person with blue hair.
Is there a door?
No, I've seen no doors. I am at a bunch of pillars now.
Okay, check your map.
I'm at the underworld exit.
Where's Lake of the Dead again?
Just...
Okay, I would say go back.
Is there a button I can press to skip to the part where I'm playing the game and not the part where I'm lost?
Right. Okay, hold on. We got this. So apparently, just by Gateway 0, there's a door you go out of.
Oh.
Are we going somewhere? I think we're going
I'd
crazy.
love to! I'd love to be going somewhere instead of where I am, which is fucking nowhere. If this game could be any more of a metaphor of modern life, it would have a goddamn McDonald's hat on Raziel, and it'd be sitting there being like, "Welcome to Soul Burger. Can I take your order, please?" Yes. We did not include ketchup, no. You asked for no ketchup. No, we did not put ketchup on your Soul Burger. No. No, we cannot refund it if you've taken a bite out of it. No, that's not.
I just think
that's not how retail works.
What door is it talking about?
I'm going to lose my fucking gourd, I swear to God.
It says head to Gateway 0 and exit through the door. Go left and you'll come to the Lake of the Dead.
Okay. I'm going to cry, but first, I'm going to assume that Raziel's stronghold is Gateway 0. Because I can click the button on this. That's where I am. That's Raziel's stronghold. I can press up and go through there.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Now.
There should be a go through the door. Is what it said. Exit through the door. Okay. Exit through the door. Go left, and you'll come to the Lake of the Dead.
Yes. Right here. We're at the Lake of the Dead.
Keep going forward across the bridge and jump over when there is a gap.
Wait, there's fire. Does that mean I can just... Yeah.
I don't... Well... What's through that door?
That one back there? No idea. All right. So this is the... Oh, God, I love it when textures don't load in. So that... this is through the... All right, now what did they say? Did they say go through a door?
Raziel's clan is Warp Gate 1. I just double checked that.
Okay.
I'm right there with you. I am trying to decipher what the fuck this walkthrough wants me to do. It says head to Gateway 0 and exit through the door. Go left and you'll come to the Lake of the Dead. Wait. Okay, go to yeah.
I cannot for some reason. It is foggy.
Gateway 0 is the fucking I don't get this. Don't.
Frustrating, isn't it?
Objective: discover the ruined city. Oh yeah. Whew. There's gonna be several ruined cities when I'm done with you, game. Yeah, Lake of the Dead.
I'm sure I could just backtrack. I'm losing my mind, Daniel Bandicoot.
I am also losing my mind.
I can't, unless I just didn't unlock the gate, which is very likely, because that gate is white.
No.
I very well just never unlocked it.
Oh, that's very possible.
This game was made by people that were fucking trying to figure out how to cram as much data into this poor thing as they could.
Oh my god!
Burn, bitch.
You know what? I'm at that. Oh. You know, I'm gonna ask this before I read this chat message. Yeah, okay, it was you. Do you want us to read that for the lovely VOD watchers, or is that gonna be our little secret?
What?
I'm waiting. I want to be respectful, but also you just admitted that in fucking public. I shouldn't laugh. I've done stupider shit. I've talked about stupider shit on stream.
What Nate said?
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting until he gives me permission to read it, because I don't know if he wants that recorded for all of history, but it's also like I really want to read. I shouldn't.
Nate accidentally mooned a Walmart security camera because he wasn't wearing a belt.
The dangers of being friends with the streamer, everyone.
Hi.
You might become content.
You might become
it
people.
It could happen to you.
You might become people of Walmart. Actually, hold on, wait.
Ooh.
Oh, by the way, I learned something a few days ago.
What did you learn?
I learned why my black brothers call white people crackers. I thought it was because we were the color of saltines.
No, you didn't know?
This whole time I thought it was because we were white like saltines.
That's what I thought until I was corrected by my fourth ex. He set me straight on that one. He and his friends had a big old laugh about it, though.
What an innocent thing. Like this whole. Now, by the way, I want to point out that's 42 years of life where I thought cracker meant saltines.
Yeah, like saltines.
Like, I thought they would have been like, oh,
Ritz.
they're just making fun of us because we're like white and bland. I get it. That makes sense. We're the most unseasoned thing out there. Good shot. Nice insult. Props to you. No.
The actual history of that is like, oh.
Like, oh, that's mean-spirited, but whatever. And I now realize that I have gone the wrong way. I swear to God, Dandy, I'm losing my fucking sanity.
I don't know what to do, man. I am trying. I am Soul Reaver, Light of the Dead Gateway. I am just trying to be like, how do we get there? I want you to understand, I am now looking at Neo Seeker. If anyone remembers that site.
Jesus Christ. Give me a moment. I'm just gonna fucking do this myself.
Well, it says Underworld eggs. I am trying so hard to find something, my dude. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Okay, Lake of the Dead. Inside the tunnel, you'll be able to perform your first stealth kill on an unsuspecting fledgling. Up ahead, sneak toward. After passing up the overhead wooden planks with vines on, you'll arrive at another tunnel. There'll be a door off to the left with a symbol on it. The symbol identifies a door that leads to a warp gate. There is a chance that warp gate was just never activated. That is incredible. I'm looking everywhere on Google. I can't find nothing about a gateway there. So that's how that specific walkthrough labeled them. It labeled them with numbers and then has a table of contents that connects the labels to a name. Why they did it like that? I have no idea. Just name the freaking thing. Why don't you just watch a walkthrough up to a point? I have been trying.
You mean the thing that I'm doing right fucking now?
Where did you find it?
YouTube. I searched Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver walkthrough.
Am I just blind? I did not see.
You're autistic.
Anything.
There's a difference.
Yeah. Oh God, Teddy Bear, thank you for the 95 biddies. Very kind of you. I just remembered a moment that I had that was very embarrassing at my first job because of missing something. And you know what? While Ice is watching this walkthrough and figuring out where to go, I will regale you all with this embarrassing story. There's actually two of them. As repentance for the past 40 minutes, probably. Why did you not go to YouTube in the first place, Dandy? I was trying.
He's an idiot.
I was trying. I am an idiot.
He's an idiot. Yeah, that's just...
So I got my first job at 14 years old. I was working at a grocery store. So keep in mind, this was before I was diagnosed with autism. Poor little kid doesn't know how to deal with his mental issues. And I was asked to restock shelves. So I take one of the baskets of returned goods that people at checkout were like, you know what, maybe I don't want this. And I started going around to the aisles and trying to figure out where to stock them. Well, I am not finding these things because if there's too much information in front of me, I will just freaking miss things that I am staring directly at. I will just miss them entirely. And that caused some problems. There were a couple of my managers were very understanding of it, but there was this one bitch. And I wish I could remember her name because God, I hated her. She had a bias against like any teenager that worked at that store. She was one of those people that was like, all teenagers are lazy. I'm like, I'm trying to do a good job. Fun fact, she actually made me push carts for twice the time that she was supposed to in summer heat, and I almost had a heat stroke. They almost had to call an ambulance, and all the other managers were horrified. No, No. But all the other managers were horrified when this happened and had me like sit down and like, munch on some ice to like cool down and rehydrate. Once they all like stepped away and left me to like crunch on my ice, she approached and was like, "Do you mind clocking out for your break since you're not doing anything?" I hated that bitch. But anyways, the embarrassing thing was there was this lovely cashier. I forget her name, but she was always so kind to me and always so understanding. I came back with some of the stuff that I couldn't figure out where to find it, and she was like actually had just clocked out for her shift for the day, and she was like, "You know what? I got a little bit of time before I gotta actually leave the store and be somewhere, so I'll help you out." And she actually helped me out, but I was like, "Yeah, I looked down this aisle. It seemed like this is where, stuff needed to go." And she was like, "No, you're right." And I was like, "Yeah, I was like standing right here, and I thought that it was right." And I stopped mid-sentence, and there was something right in the fucking front of me. And that was exactly where I needed to put it. I was like, "Oh my gosh." And she's like, "Don't worry, it happens to everyone. You don't need to be scared or like nervous or anything about something like that." I'm like, And of course, like me, again, not having learned how to handle like my emotions 100%, anxiety just spiked. I was like, yeah. But the other time, and this is a more embarrassing story. So this is same cashier actually. She's again very, very sweet. She so it was a kind of a slow day, and we were talking about things, and I'm trying to think of like exactly how this was worded, but I was absolutely mortified because I was just like, so she was talking about like, she was pregnant, she was expecting sometime, and she was like, yeah, say, me and my boyfriend has been talking about this a lot, and me, sheltered 14-year-old autistic kid.
Oh boy.
I asked this in genuine innocence. I promise I did. But I asked her, I was like, "So your boyfriend, is it his?"
I mean, in this day and age. Good question,
like,
Dandy.
And she took it like a champ. She just laughed because, Dandy, I know, Chad, I know. She could tell, like, I meant it with such innocence. And that's probably why she started laughing. She was like, "Yes, it is his. And we're very happy to be expecting." And I was just like, "Oh, well, that's good. I'm gonna go over here and die because I can tell I did something wrong."
Aww. That's the fucking worst. That's unironically the fucking worst, dude.
And that, I'll tell you right now, it's a story that I told myself I would take to my grave. Thought you guys would get a kick out of it.
I had no idea this happened to you.
Oh my god. No, like, since we started streaming, I've been able to, like, just be more comfortable. At least you didn't ask, how do you know it's yours? Yeah, that would have been really bad. But my train of thought in that moment was, well, she said boyfriend. And, I know that sometimes means that the baby is from, like, a previous encounter. And I thought I was just making conversation. I didn't understand the social norms of everything.
You sure did not.
Yeah. These streams are somewhat therapeutic to you too. Yeah, it's helped me come to terms with, like, just, I'm an idiot sometimes, most of the time. And it's funny to talk about them and being able to laugh about yourself and the dumb shit you do. So.
Yeah, it just happens, man.
But So I'm guessing you found exactly where to go, and it was the complete opposite direction of where I was telling you to go, wasn't it?
No, I just was trying to get back to the Drowned Cathedral so I could backtrack a bit and retrace my steps. And I realized that I'm trying to figure out what to do, because not only am I lost, but I'm having zero fun doing what I'm doing and genuinely want to die. It's incredibly frustrating, and I will take that to my grave. I'm literally only playing this because it is the prelude to the good game. And that is the issue right now that I'm facing, is that every second of this experience that I'm having is incredible suffering, and I want it to stop, and I can't make it stop because I'm like permanently lost. And it's moments like that where I would have chucked a controller through a fucking screen, and both of my parents would have been like, what's your fucking problem? And then a fist fight would have broken out because I would be tweaking hard over how frustrated I was, because that was just kind of like the environment I grew up in. It is like the platforming, and basically it's the camera. The camera is slowly driving me to the brink of insanity. Like,
no, that I can see that. Like, that camera is rough.
Oh my god. And like, it's not even like, Ice was tweaking out, that's funny. It's like, oh, he's hating every second of this, and I am. This is suffering in its most condensed form.
So
Centuries past,
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Shut up, squid. Fucking stupid idiot. Holy shit, dude. I am just going to go through this procedurally, like I was just walking through, because I've gone to the Lake of the Fucking Dead a million times, and it's driving me insane. Like, yes, I get it. I don't have the correct area unlocked. Whoopty fucking fuck. Who cares?
Wait, can you just?
No, I cannot.
Instead of going through there, just go like that and just go to the Lake of the Dead naturally, because
yes, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. I have Squidiot.
I have been wasting everybody's time, and it has been bugging the shit out of me, and I've been so close to just being like, stream's over, because I'm that annoyed with this game.
No, I've been there before.
Like,
with some of the games, I just like, where the fuck do I go?
Just want to be able to play the fun game. I do not like this one. The controls are shit. The world is bland as fuck. There's like a cool little like city where all the humans live now, which is cool. And if you hadn't munched on any humans, they'd be revering you like a fucking god. And that's kind of where we're headed. But like, it's one of those cases where every time the camera jacks up and fucking yanks my view around, I get so angry I want to go to a fucking abortion clinic and offer to be the guy that delivers the haymakers. It really is just touching me that much.
I don't think that's how that happens, but I get your frustration, man.
No, it is. Have you ever seen like how the fucking carnival games where it's like you get a hammer and you're like, ding, and then you get a prize? That's how an abortion clinic works. It's just they let me walk in. I'm like, lay down on your back, man, and I just fucking top rope, elbow drop, and then the problem solved.
Christ.
It's a high flying antic. Do you remember that
I'm
point?
sorry,
where,
I'm not stunned into silence. I'm just like trying to imagine it.
Do you remember that part where Ice Wolf shocked the entire chat into stunned silence for 5 seconds? Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Okay, so...
And the other thing that's really pissing me the fuck off...
the other way?
The other thing that's... The other thing that's really grinding my dick in the incorrect shape is I've had a word stuck in my fucking head and I don't know what it means. And it is driving me insane because it's some goddamn Zoomer or Gen Alpha slang, and I don't know what the fuck it is. And it's just what Chugi. I don't know what the fuck it means, and it's driving me crazy.
What is?
It's like CHEUGY. I don't know what the fuck it means.
According to dictionary.com, Chuggy is a slang adjective mocking someone or something as uncool. They are out of touch with current trends or trying too hard to be trendy. Similar slang terms are basic or normie. The word chuggy is often used ironically. I think we're chuggy, guys.
No. No, that's... No, the developers of this fucking game are, though.
Yeah, they've been doing some pretty uncool things here.
I will say that is kind of one of the weird things, because people do say, oh, Ice, you're so fucking cool. I'm like... The reason people think I'm cool is because I'm...
Wait, is this?
Probably. It probably is.
This is the legendary gate. This is the legendary Gateway 0.
Yep.
Fuck! Oh, man.
Yup. If this world had any identifiable markers anywhere,
Yeah.
outside of it being a
Okay, we
series
know where
of
to
fucking
go.
tubes, it would be so much easier. All right. So
I
we're
feel
going-
like Moana now. Okay, you go out, go to the left. Hold on, let me pull up the walkthrough now that we know where the fuck we are. Go to the left, you come to the Lake of the Dead. Oh yeah, I'll come to the Lake of the Dead, all right. I'm so happy to see it. Okay. Keep going forward across the bridge, jump over when there is a gap. Jump! You'll now be at a broken bridge with a path directly in front of you. Jump down into the water and press R1 plus X to jump out onto the other side. Yoink. Perfect. Continue down this path, jump in the pool of water, and jump back out on the other side until you come to a large courtyard with snow on the ground. What are those energy spheres I keep seeing in like the water and stuff?
Focus restoration. It's basically MP. But seeing how I have one ability and no desire to pick up any of the other ones, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah. Oh, you little chode muncher.
The combat in the further games is actually passable, so it's really frustrating that these ones are so blah.
Everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. It would have been nice if they would have like remastered this with like some of the stuff that like came from like later games or something.
Yeah, they wanted to keep it as pure as possible to the original, which I can understand.
Which, yeah, I feel like some people would have been upset if they tried to quote update it, but like... Oh, that's never gonna not be funny. It's Rosiello off the top rope!
Bop-a-da-bop, boop beep.
But the word was chuggy, C-H-E-U-G-Y.
Yes.
We're just like, hey, what you gonna do with that rock? Hey, Deacus, what up, dude?
Give me that sock!
Crispy.
Crispy.
Do you prefer your souls raw or cooked?
Oh, you know what? Not dealing with it. Just not dealing with it right now. Sorry, kids. Not dealing with your bullshit. I'm not dealing with your horrible combat. I'm not dealing with your nonsense. I just want to get out of here. Now I have to figure out where I can spawn back in. Because I fucking dematerialized, and for some reason there isn't a fucking... an everlasting schlog gopper. There it is.
Okay, now hold on. Before you do this, in the middle of the courtyard, if you look to the right, you will see a scalable surface. Before climbing it, go to the right and down a path until you come to a gateway room. Because that's fire.
I feel like they very distinctly were like, he absolutely must have the fucking fire thing by now.
Right? Okay. So courtyard is up here, I think. This feels courtyard-ish, right?
Yeah.
It says
I love how the upgrades to the
right.
I love how the upgrades to the combat system in this are just ways to circumvent having to do the combat system.
Right. It's a sign of a good combat system. It says look to the right for a scalable surface, but I don't see a scalable surface. Do you?
No. Maybe this isn't even the courtyard yet. Maybe we haven't
Yes,
gotten
it's
into
probably not the courtyard then.
I bet the courtyard's beyond that fucking gate that is blocked by this dial that I would face check into, I guess. I'm trying to figure out how to what is this dial for?
This maybe is something later. Can you go back a little bit, perhaps?
Honestly, the one thing I really love about this is that when I was a kid, my cousin would always be the one playing the games, and I was the one on walkthrough duty, and like, this is giving me a really good sentimental vibe, because I genuinely love being able to play a game with a friend, and like, they'd have the walkthrough. Because to me, it was never about being like sweaty, or like, oh, I didn't need any help, or I play on the hardest difficulty, or any of that shit. It was like the kind of bonding experience I could have while I was playing the game. That's all I cared about.
Yeah.
And I...
Is
like, to give you an idea... Yeah, this is the courtyard. To give you an idea of how... Scalable surface. Of how...
No, wait. Before you climb it, it does say...
Look at that fact flex, Jesus Christ.
Before climbing it, go to the right and down a path until you come to a gateway room. Which is the direction you just came from. I didn't see a gateway room down here.
Nope. Neither did I.
Yeah. So, continue down this path. Wait, In the middle of the courtyard, if you look to the right, you will see a scalable surface. Before climbing it, go to the right. Oh, go down the same... Go through those arches where the scalable surface is. Like, go that way. Apparently down there is the portal, the fast travel point. Also, yeah, so the idea of a walkthrough, buddy.
I'll never forget, like, Chrono Trigger was the one for me. Like, my cousin playing Chrono Trigger, we got that cartridge on Christmas, and I sat there with him, and we played through that fucking thing. Like, we'd always keep my bedroom door closed. He played it on the holiday when he came down to visit. And we always had the door closed, and I had kind of shitty lungs back then. So one thing about me is that if I get too hot, my lungs start to shut down. Like, they'll seize up and I'll have trouble breathing. So like, I don't enjoy humid weather at all. It's not like fatal or anything like that, but I can stop like choking and coughing and stuff if it gets too hot. It was really bad.
Jump across. No.
It was really bad when I was a kid. It's not even a real issue now.
That's good.
But the thing is, we played that SNES so fucking much. It got up to about 101 degrees because it was just air conditioners. It was just air conditioners, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, you're not gonna have an air conditioner in the middle of the winter, but your parents are very likely to have the heat on. So it was just getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. And we didn't care. We were locked the fuck in. We had Chrono Trigger and we had a goal. We were going to get the Epoch on the first fucking night of playing that game. All we cared about was getting the Epoch. Nate's also having trouble with Twitch. What a shock.
I'm sorry, dude.
That's ice. That sounds like a heat stroke. It was worth it. So like,
City once teemed with the life of my kind. Could it be that other clans had suffered the same fate as mine? In his madness, could Kain spare none of his brood?
It was not Kain, but Duma's own arrogance that brought the downfall of his clan. These are human weapons, Raziel. Believing themselves humans. Duma and his offspring failed to see an attack coming from the least likely assailants. Complacent in their arrogance, they were taken by surprise, allowing the human vampire hunters to decimate their ranks with little resistance. The few that escaped have been reduced to scavengers.
Yeah, just get fucked on, I suppose. So, we got the epoch, and it was basically because I was on walkthrough duty. It was walkthrough duty hardcore. It was a great time. And because when we were kids, it wasn't just your parents bought you a game. Your parents bought you the game and the strategy guide to go with it.
Yup.
Because they thought the strategy guide was the most important thing ever, which is weird.
It was so you didn't ask them a bunch of questions. And
Yeah,
ask for the
probably.
help. Of course.
Well, it's because with the prevalence of 1-800 like fucking hotlines or 900 hotlines designed to like, you know, nickel and dime kids and had their parents be like, "What did you call?" And they beat the shit out of you for like 10 minutes until you're bleeding and your left eye almost falls the fuck out of the socket.
We have very
then your mom is like, "Get off him, you're gonna kill him over a fucking game." And it was a wild time. But that didn't actually happen to me, don't worry.
Okay.
It was my other eye. But so what the fuck?
Oh, another cutscene.
Oh,
oh, they're adding this much verticality.
Oh god. Oh Jesus. Well, I need to get back to the fucking material plane, kids. Otherwise, I can't do shit. I can't do not. But yeah, so that night, we're riding high from getting the epoch, and it's the coolest thing ever. And had a blast. I remember every moment of guiding my cousin through that game with a walkthrough, to the point where I could play Chrono Trigger, get 100% of everything because I was on walkthrough duty, so I just remembered everything.
Yeah.
But that night, I was sleeping, and all of a sudden, like, we had the bedroom door closed. My aunt kicks the fucking door in, grabs me, and starts shaking the shit out of me. And she's just like, breathe, breathe. And she like drags me out of there and takes me into the fucking kitchen. And she's like, open the fucking freezer. She opens the freezer and like just sits me in front of the fucking freezer. Because what had happened is all that residual heat from the SNES and the fucking thermostat being up at like 80, because, you know, my parents are idiots, had caused the temperature in that room to get so tight, I was coughing uncontrollably and choking because my lungs were fucking in agony. And my aunt kicked the fucking door down, and the second that gust of air hit me, I started to be able to breathe again.
Was this the same aunt that you've spoken so highly of to me?
That was Patty, yeah.
I love Patty.
She was fucking medical officer in the Coast Guard, so she knew what the fuck was going on.
She is fantastic. Everything you've said about, I hope I get to meet her one day, because she seems like she's an absolute fantastic.
Patty's a fucking absolute unit, unironically. She also has heard about how much I talk her up, and every time she's like, like she gets all blushy and shit. I need to get back to the physical fucking realm.
Okay.
Why are you cock blocking me, game? Let me out!
Okay, hold on. Go forward and face through another gate to enter another courtyard area. Go to the other side of the courtyard and switch back to material. Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, they're just gonna say, do the thing. They're not gonna be like, oh, this is where we hid the fucking thing.
Can you go back to a courtyard area?
This whole thing is fucking courtyard areas, Dandy.
I'm sorry. I know I'm being stupid right now.
No, it's not you. It is the developers of this old ass. Jesus, where the fuck was my camera just now? Camera fell up my own ass for a minute.
Okay, wait. That might have been the Wait.
Well, there's nothing I can
Enter
do right
the
now.
large wooden doors, watch the cutscene.
I can't do shit right now because I can't.
Okay.
Material. This is like this is one of those puzzles where it's like you have to go somewhere, but you can't because you can't materialize into the physical realm because you know the mechanics that have worked for you this entire game don't work now because go fuck yourself. That's why.
Let's see. Okay. Is this courtyard? This looks courtyard, maybe. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Enter the large wooden doors, watch the cutscene, which we did. Afterwards, switch to the spectral plane, phase through the large gate ahead, go forward and phase through another gate to enter another courtyard area. That was like just after watching like the cutscene of like the verticality.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I had a slightly different experience. By slightly, I mean completely different experience with walkthroughs. Say my parents would always get me the walkthroughs for games and everything, but when I was younger, my dad would actually he loved playing video games and stuff. Like at least the stuff that wasn't super actiony. And like I remember with Ocarina of Time, that was one where the guidebook, each step read like a storybook. So like it would say, and then Link walked into this room and saw a switch upon the wall. After striking it with his trusty slingshot, a door would open the way. And like
what
stuff like that.
Company, what company was that? Awesome.
I think it was. It might have been Prima.
This place is all
I'd have
doors.
to pull out the guidebook. I still have it.
Oh my god. This place is all fucking doors that you're not allowed to go through, and it's retarded as hell because they all have handles.
Yeah, I'm trying to see here. Let's see. Face gate. Go to the side of the other side of the courtyard and switch back to material plane at the planar portal, which you just did. Look into the center of the courtyard and notice the block in the middle. Using force projectiles, knock the block as far as you can towards the entrance. I don't know which one is.
Define the entrance.
Is that it over there? Because it says, once that is done, switch to spectral plane, phase through the gate into the center of the courtyard. You can now use the block to get up to a higher area that also has a planar portal switch back to the material plane. So I guess you swap into the spectral, phase in there, jump on the block, and then phase back to the material.
I see it.
Yeah. Mine fell. I had that guidebook. It was awesome. Mine fell apart years ago, unfortunately. Oh, mine is absolutely falling apart. It is being held together with Scotch tape that was probably put there back in 2007 or some shit. But
well, now I'm up here. What the fuck was the point?
There should be a way to swap back to the material plane.
Yeah,
so it
there.
must be a. Okay, so swap. Wait. There's one on the second level somewhere. Is that?
Dude, whoever invented this needs to be punched in their fucking balls, I swear to God.
Okay, so maybe you shift back. Wait.
Let me try.
I might have it iced.
Let me use the ability to look around that I only fucking unlocked recently.
Let's see. Okay, so switch back to the material.
Okay.
And it says just slam that block to the opposite side, because it doesn't say like go around or anything. It just says shift back to the material and start slapping the shit out of that block. But yeah, so that Ocarina of Time guidebook, my dad would be playing the game and I'd be reading it, and my parents loved that I was reading it because, you know, their kid was reading. Mm-hmm. And that's a skill you want to teach them because kids are stupid. And so, you know, it was nice, but I remember this slow transition of doing the guidebook and my dad playing the game, and then me being like, I want to try this part. and then I wanted to try more and more and more, and that slow transition from, you know, dad's playing the game to I'm playing the game.
I had that
and
too.
Then it went from my dad helping with the guidebook to I don't need the help with the guidebook anymore.
Yo.
And it's very bittersweet. At least for me it was. Like I said, I've had very fortunate parents, and now you're in this area, not in the spectral realm, which is what you wanted. There we go. But yeah, I'll say my parents were very understanding of video games and saw that it did a lot of good, and they were very smart by, not gonna say exploiting, but definitely using it to make sure that I was educated. It was in those days that Dandaku went from a Game Boy to a game man. All right, before you drop down or anything, let me read. Pull it out and use it to high jump to the top of the wall. Jump/glide over to the other side.
Nice job. Well, that didn't work. I bumped my fucking head on the top.
That's...
I mean,
guess what? You're gonna have to do all that again in order to get...
I mean, should I not just be able to open the doors?
Well, that's the entrance. That's how you got in there in the first place. So thick and tasty.
Oh no, there is nothing thick and fucking tasty right now. Actually, streams, it's time to stop the stream.
Say this.
I don't know if I'm gonna bother continuing. This has been nothing but a nightmarish hell for me that I have wanted to escape from the entire time. But also, on this next slot, there's probably going to be a slug either in Saturday or here. What? Oh my
Here's
god.
some fan art.
Oh, great. Oh no.
Here's some very cursed fan art.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh god. It's up to you if you want to share that one. I, however, will be saving that because I find that fucking hysterical.
Oh my god. No. No, that's fine. That can stay on there. Yeah, that's kind of the mood. Ba-bum.
What was this? The third Soul Reaver stream?
Mm-hmm.
Star, you are a creature to have created that picture.
Oh, he drew that because he didn't like the fact that I showed up in VR chat as a fucking horrifying animatronic and chased him around for 5 minutes, swinging a fucking guitar at him the entire time. But
so this was some payback.
I assure you that the trauma I inflicted on him by chasing him around with one of his darkest fears is greater than him trying to draw me pregnant. Sorry, does not. You tried, but the sign immune showed up over my head and it had no effect.
It's so funny though. Oh god, the stuff from the fucking thank goodness you're here stream, which my god, y'all love that one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the numbers on the VOD.
Now there's like this push to get me to there is a push now to get me to find more British games, which is kind of cool. But let's see who the fuck are we rating? Sorry if things were a bit dry. I've had a rough day.
To say there's we've had like 40 people in chat this whole damn time, and I am very happy to see all those people.
Watching me rage and suffer is pretty good, yeah. Jesus Christ. Let's go to Baphomet. He's doing abiotic factor. B-A-P-H-O.
Remind me how to spell his name.
B-A-P-H-O-M-U-T-T.
BAPHOMUTT.
Yeah.
Baphomet.
There we go.
All right.
Thank you
Some
for
lethal
the
company, you said?
No, abiotic factor.
Abiotic factor. My brain just translated that in my.
Yeah, but I want to.
Fuck?
That's a game I want to play when it hits 1.0. I want to stream that with all of us
hell
playing
yeah.
it because it's really cool. It's like Half-Life 1, but with open world survival elements. But yeah, I hope you guys have yourselves a badass evening, and as always, please never forget. Do you have the raid ready?
It's about 5 seconds. Thank you guys for being
Drive
as well.
safely,
Love
everybody.
y'all.
You're fantastic. I love y'all so much. I'd throw a car for y'all into an orphanage.